make sure you check out the live feed, the YouTube feed of A Worthy Addiction presents I've Got a Bad Feeling About This. So you can see our reactions and see the chat, see all that good stuff. Not just the audio, but here's the audio anyways.
Oh, my camera sucks. Welcome to another Rowdy Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. That can mean one thing and one thing only. It is a brand new episode of A Worthy Addiction.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a show like no other, hosted by none other than me and my rowdy brother. So I would not waste any time introducing him. Ladies and gentlemen, in the state of Texas, they know him as the Slingshot Gobbler. But here, AWA, we know him as Edward, the collector.
Did you say the slingshot gobbler?
The Slingshot Gobbler. I don't know. I felt it was like a catchy name, so I don't know.
That is catchy. And the star of the show, the main attraction, the handsome fellow over here. He's going to be older than dirt in a couple days. He is none other than Mr. Toy Addict 17.
Thank you for that beautiful intro. And if you're watching this live, or if you're hanging out with us tonight, whoever joins us, whether you're early, whether you're late, we appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support, hanging out with us. Don't forget to hit that like button.
Right.
Yeah, Worthy, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man.
How's the camera? Camera's shitty right now.
Your camera's fine. It's your audio that's kind of sucks right now. I don't know what
right.
you got going on.
I don't know what's going on today.
I don't know, man. It's falling apart. You know, we have some fantastic guests that have legitimate podcasts that are all consummate professionals, and here you are, sounding like you're recording in a porta-john.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
He's recording through his computer. His mic's not working.
It's
quality is a little
Dad
crappy
quality.
today. I don't know what's going on. I'm having technical difficulties. Might have to upgrade some of my gear here. But how's your week been, dude?
Dude, it's been a fucking hell of a week at work. I am glad that I'm on vacation starting tomorrow. And
my son's going to
again,
come over
I'm
and
on
set
vacation
up my
again.
computer.
I get to do that a lot now.
Dual monitors and all the other shit
yourself?
that I got. So
That's going to be cool, man.
Yeah.
Good. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Oh man, that's
See,
way
now it
better.
works.
I don't know what you did. You
Just so the
fixed
listeners
it.
know, we're backstage.
Thank
They can
goodness.
hear us.
I know.
Yeah. So no, I'm good. I fixed that. That's one thing that's done. Yeah. No, week's been crazy, man. A lot of behind the scene things, which I'm also going to talk about
Like us.
tonight. After we put the spotlight on our guests tonight, we talk to them and hang out with them tonight and shoot the shit and go on tangents like we normally do, man. Like you know how we do here.
We won't
That's all we
keep
do.
our esteemed podcasting
absolutely
professional guests waiting in the wings any longer. We're going to bring them right in. The stars of the I've Got a Bad Feeling About This podcast, which you can find everywhere that you find Spotify, Apple, all that. Oh, where we find your podcast. None other than Mr. Chisel and the Millennium Falcon, or Millennium Fallen. Here he is. We got
The Millennium falling asleep.
Fuck. Oh, man. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, man.
See, we kept him waiting too long.
Uh,
His AARP is in the mail too. He can't stay up past 8 o'clock most nights.
I just thought I was being tech support for Danny on his computer because I was screaming at the screen, going, "Is your computer plugged in?" I'm going through the methods, the steps, and
You know what, Fallen? You doing like voiceovers for me as like, or you see my lips moving would have been fucking great. I think that should be like the next episode. We should definitely do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
man.
we are very excited to have you guys on tonight. I am especially excited because this guy over here, he doesn't know anything about Star Wars. Nothing at all.
I know what that's like.
I know a little bit about Star Wars, okay? I know a little bit. I think I know enough to to get a pass with the Star Wars community. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
think
this
you-
was a
you know
party.
just-
You got to
you know
pass with
just
me, bro.
enough.
You got to
Yeah.
pass. I already know.
There
You
you
know.
go.
You probably know more than me, and I've seen more than you. You know.
I don't honestly like my growing up. My dad is a big Star Wars fan, like big Star Wars.
And you
fan.
learned
Like, he would
nothing
watch-
from him.
And nothing. I was not at all. Like I thought I was like, why is this? What is this going on? Like I was more into like, if I was into like anything like space at the time growing up, I was into like Kiss Me the Phantom of the Park. That was my Star Wars. That was my Star. It's weird, right?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Weird,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
I grew up with that. I thought that was great. I thought that was like that was my Star Wars.
You're like,
Or
dudes
even,
in
like,
makeup is way better
Yeah.
than dudes in costumes in space, bro.
dudes in makeup is better than dudes kissing sisters.
Wait, isn't
in
Kiss
no makeup.
Kiss is from space, right? They're from space. They're
Huh?
kind of like Guar. Kiss is from space.
Yeah, of course they are.
It's space. They're space. One of them is called the Spaceman.
Right,
Hey,
right.
that's Star Wars. They fight for our existence to rock or party or I don't know. It's
Right.
one of them.
All
you
night.
know.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
I think they are they the ones that salute us if we're about to rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's them, right? We salute you. I don't know nothing
know.
about Kiss, so you just
Yeah,
gonna fucking
never seen it.
Now you know how I feel. I know
Yeah.
nothing about Star Wars. Teach me.
Isn't that the song "Those About to Rock"? We salute you.
Yes, yes, that is Kiss. It is.
Yes.
Okay.
It was on the Bill and Ted 2
Thank you.
soundtrack. Bill and Ted, when they united the world with music, they united the world with Kiss, a cover song, which is weird, you know. So
Well, it must be
I
what they
salute
had
Bill
for-
and Ted.
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah,
all
salute
are
Bill
also
and Ted.
time travelers through space and time. Where Star Wars is just space, not just time. Or there's no time. I don't know. It's a long time
They
ago.
haven't figured out the time part.
No, it was
I
a
mean,
long
yeah,
time ago.
it-
That's as far as they know.
Yeah.
I will
can't
say I have a-
pinpoint one.
I will say I have a great respect for the lore of Star Wars and for the fans too, loyal fans, because there are some.
Oh yeah.
How
Hard-
messed up that lore is.
Yeah, dude, we talk about it all the
Hardcore-
time. These fans are some of the worst.
Well, I mean that we get that a lot in like DC fans. I always say they're the worst fucking type of fans. Comic book fans overall.
But
They're the
comic books are
worst.
different because comic books start a new story every time. And how can this
I
character
know.
live 3,000 stories in one? You know, and they change everything every different series of comic books. That's
Right.
understood, you know,
Okay.
because you're grabbing this issue and reading it, and it's a series.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas Star Wars, like it's either the movies, the books, the cartoons, or
Right.
what canon are you talking about here? You know,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think for a lot of average fans like Danny, the continuity, the canon, it gets all muddy, and he don't have no idea of anything that's not episodes 3, 4, and 5, or 4, 5, and 6. You don't really have much of a clue about any of it.
I have no idea. I just know that there's a Darth Vader,
Yes.
a Luke Skywalker,
Yes.
Yeah,
Princess
you're
Leia.
you're on fire,
Dude,
son.
you're on the show,
Princess
bro.
Leia,
Yeah.
Han Solo,
Yeah.
Chewbacca,
Okay.
Yeah, wow, you're killing it.
Do you know any B-side characters?
Palpatine.
Palpatine?
Do I know Palpatine? Right, Palpatine. What is it? Palpatine or
yeah,
Palpatine?
he's the
Yeah,
Puerto Rican
Palpatine.
guy who he goes like, yeah, I do it.
Palpatine.
Hey.
Right, Puerto Rican. A Hispanic Star Wars would be Lucas would be Luke.
Lucas.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
Darth Vader would be Dark Victor. We don't want to call him Vader. We call him Victor.
Victor!
Darth Victor. And then it would be
He-
Palpatine.
He doesn't know much about the actual Star Wars, but we did. He does a lot about the telenovela.
Hey, Darth Vader, where's your son? I don't know. They lost him in the sand.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Jeez. Well, we got the chat here tonight with us. We're gonna pop over to the chat real quick, say hello to some people. We got. Oh, look at this. We got one of the guests already in the chat. As well.
Yo, hey, yo.
We got Rel Collects. What up? No Cody Crybabies. Cody is still crying after Drew became the new WWE champion, and it's about goddamn time that.
It is about time.
Nah,
It is about
not
time.
for Drew. I hate
Round
Drew.
of applause
Drew.
for Drew finally getting his title in front of fans. You know, this is the guy that held it down. You know, not to go off track here. This is the guy who held the WWE down when there was COVID. You know, we had no fans. He was selling it. Like
He still has no
was doing it.
fans.
He does. No, he's actually really good. No, I disagree. He has a lot of fans. I think we've all been rooting for him, and we wanted him. Like, it took a while for him to get this title. I think it's just it was the right time and the right person to take the title from. Well deserved for Drew.
It really was a now or never situation. If they didn't take the title off Cody and put it on somebody else, if they didn't put it on Drew, they weren't ever going to put it on Drew. If they didn't do it now, it was now or never.
I read that it was reason for the title change was because Cody had a new baby, so they wanted to give Cody some time off to kind of spend time with him.
I heard it was because he was walking up onto his bus and he stubbed his pussy on the handle. That's what I heard.
Did he?
Pussy? Yeah. What are you, Mike Tyson?
It's pussy. No. He's got the hair lip, you know. Let's see who else we got. We got Ed Nice. What's up, Ed Nice? Go check out Latin Legions. We got Chain Brothers. What's up?
What up?
Tripping with Toys. Happy post hump day. That's right. We're gonna keep it humping all week long.
Just for you.
That's right.
Now, guys, quick question. Yeah, well, before I'm curious, but I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm real curious. The title of the podcast.
Yes.
It's a saying that I've heard many times in my personal life.
Yeah.
So I've heard that many times in my life.
I'm absolutely sure you have.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Most of the time it's after coitus, not before coitus. So
I was before and after. Like it's weird. So
and during.
When a worthy said, "Hey, these guys have a podcast."
When 10 million scream out in pain, you know, it's another line from Star Wars. Just so you know, I might have got that wrong too.
You did.
I did.
Where did the name for the podcast come from? Like, how did you guys think of that? Like, it was just something like
we were just sitting here bullshitting, and I was like, we were going back and forth, and I said, "Dude, I got it. A bad feeling about this." And Jonathan's like, "Oh shit, that works perfect." So yeah,
we were thinking like that's no moon, and we're like that's not good enough, and then he just came out like I got a bad feeling about this. I'm like, bro, we're thinking of a name. Like, come on.
All right.
And honestly, it's like that you hear that in almost every piece of Star Wars entertainment.
It's said in like every movie. So
if you listen to our intro, it plays not every single one, but every other kind of mannerism that they say it in our intro. So it's just I've got a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling. It's every character saying it that you ever knew. You know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It all fits. It's fantastic. One of the things that I don't think is fantastic at all is Fallen's Chewbacca. I think he's very piss poor Chewbacca.
I still can't do it. Like I can't roll my R's, bro. Like I can't do any of that shit. I can do some voices like Arnold. If it was an Arnold podcast or something, that'd be good. If he was in Star Wars,
do Arnold as Chewbacca.
This is me.
Is that easier?
I'm going to growl. I'm going to be real hairy. It's going to be very scary.
Here's a go on Kevin. Do Chewbacca as Danny. Do Chewbacca as Danny.
Me?
Or Danny as Chewbacca.
Hey, bro, I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
It's your Avengers.
Cobra Dad, what's up, Cobra Dad?
What's up, Cobra Dad?
That guy.
Who's going viral, by the way? Who's going viral?
For what now?
Yeah.
He's got to get that checked out then.
Yeah.
He wants to get it nipped in the butt now before he goes bacterial. That's for fucking sure.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we like to kick the show off with a starter question, warm-up question, get the conversation going, get the creative juices flowing. And I thought since it's a Star Wars-centric episode, I would give us a Star Wars question. And the question of the night is, what type of ship would you pilot in Star Wars? Could be a freighter, a frigate, a starfighter, any kind of ship you want. And what would you call it?
All right.
I'll go ahead and start. I think I would want to rock something that is close to the Razor Crest, because I feel like the Razor Crest is the mullet of the spaceships in Star Wars, and the Rowdy Boys need a good mullet
because it only lasted for like 2 episodes? Is that why?
Well, because no, it's all business in the front. War up front. It's a strong offensive vehicle.
It's
but
cool.
then party in the back. It's got the big backspace. We could throw party, get a bunch of.
Dude, it's just a rip. It's just a rip off from Spaceballs.
It's kind of shiny. It's oily. I don't know. It's silver.
Yeah, I think I would want something that's like a freighter that can fight. That we can have parties in the back with the dancing girls, and Danny could get drunk off of some galactic mead and say, "Come to the galactic titty bar with me." And I think I would call it Rowdy One. That's what I
like
name
it. I would choose
How about you, Chisel? Or go ahead. Go.
I would choose a TIE fighter just because I want to be the person to make the noise. I would just be like, yeah, like as I'm like gunning down other people, just ah! I don't know. I just like a ball with wings.
Yeah.
I've made that
wings
before.
on your balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you call it?
Fuck. I don't know. TIE fighter, that's mine. I don't know. I'd spray paint it. I'd put some like ghetto tags on it and shit.
TIE fighter AF.
It'd be stolen.
Yeah.
How about you, Chisel?
Dude, my favorite ship is the Imperial shuttle. The Lambda class. Yeah. That's my favorite ship. And I have no idea why. It's just my favorite ship. Something like that.
It's just really slow and easy going. It's just for transporting people. It's the one with the 3 wings, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the 3. That's why.
Yeah.
Because it's the. So.
Well, my ball's got 2 wings, and it screams.
It goes like this. Oh! When it goes by.
Bro, that was mine. You just stole my ball fighter.
How about you, Danny? What kind of ship are you flying? Oh.
I would do the awkward. Excuse me. The awkward ship. I would definitely do the
Y wing.
Do you mind?
Yeah.
Do you mind? I would do. What's the? Can I pick any ship?
Any ship you want.
That's the game.
I'm gonna do the. What's the big ball one that with the Death Star? Right. I would do the Death Star.
I mean, technically, it's a ship.
It is technically a ship.
It's a ship, right?
It's a ship. Yeah.
It's a ship.
It's a glorified ship.
I would do the Death Star. I would definitely do the Death Star.
What would your Death Star be called?
Ball stick.
The ball stick.
Ball stick. It would be ball stick. And hear me out, right? So, see, I know about Star Wars. So you know how it looks like a Pokeball? Like it doesn't look like a Pokeball, but mine would look like a Pokemon ball. Like it would be the same colors.
Okay.
And then like when you go in, it's like you have like a fur carpet on the floor. It would look like Austin Powers' plane. Remember when the bed kind of spins?
It'd be like Star Wars is made in the 70s, but this is actually 70s theme.
This is actually 70s. No, it would be. Like it would have a lot of the tie-dye, like, and it would be, a lot of
tie-dye draperies and your
a lot of dancing, a lot of disco dancing, and then I'm just like sitting at the at this like throne, not a throne, it's more like a gold throne with like my face on
nothing
both
too
sides.
fancy.
Your Palpatine.
Yeah.
Right. It would be great. And I would just be there. And then here's the kicker. Ready? Right at the front where they like managing the ball stick on the top, there's like the handle, the rear view mirror. There's like the dice, just like like we got like a thing of dice. Like, yeah, the fur dice. That would be me, man. That
and then when we try to like infiltrate like his shit. Like there's codes and stuff, and we fly into his zone, and he goes, it's an old smell, but it checks out.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'll be mine. Mine, millennial. Breath Star. I like that. I should have thought of that. Breath Star would be great. No, I would definitely call it the ball stick.
Dude, if it was a giant boob, you need 2 though.
Instead of a Pokeball. Yeah, it has a little nipple.
Dude,
laser,
my business card is a Death Star Pokeball that looks like it has a nipple on it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chisel's already got you hooked up for your spaceship.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I don't want to
No, definitely.
downgrade. I've got a bad feeling about this, our podcast, but I did learn that in the original Star Wars trilogy that there was 2 Death Stars. I thought that the first one blew up, but there was only pieces still left, and that's why it looked like that in Return of the Jedi. I thought that part of it blew up, by sending the missile and how it bent down that tube, which makes no sense, but whatever. I don't care. I'm a kid.
Well, we don't. It's science fiction. We don't need it to make sense.
They've been working on this other Death Star, and they just brought it back for the third film.
First rule of government is why build one when you can build 2 for 4 times the cost.
Right.
I didn't even think about that.
When you think about it, it makes
Is that like in Star
absolute
Wars?
sense.
They say that?
No.
Do they?
They say that in America.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong person to ask. I'm sorry.
This is the reason why, California is trying to build a speed rail from Modesto to L.A., and it goes from farm country to farm country, and nobody fucking rides it because it's not even built. But yet we've spent billions of dollars on it.
Yeah.
So, hey. Sorry to get
you're-
Star Wars political.
You're telling me, Fallen, that you thought that the Death Star was just the reason that it was all smashed up in Return of the Jedi is because it was the same one that had already blown up.
That's what I thought because, I watched the movie a million times as a kid, never really sat down and studied every little word and verbiage about it. The key lines, I knew them. The side characters, I kind of knew them from the toys. But that's about it. It was just a movie that I saw all the time. Movies,
In the beginning of the movie with the crawl, it says the second Death Star.
Reading? Bro, reading?
It's literally the first fucking thing you see in the movie.
Bro, that's reading. I'm watching Star Wars with pew-pews and... Come on.
I'm glad you beat me to the punch, Chisel, because that's what was going to be my question. You're telling me that you thought that in the crawl, when they said the second Death Star,
Yes.
they were just building it out of the scraps of the other.
I think to this day I've not read The Crawl at all in any of the Star Wars films. Any of them.
We need to do a fan cut of Fallen in Imperial gear, but he's like, you're playing Obadiah Stane. And it said, Moff Tarkin built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Bro, you saw Star Wars?
Holy shit. Well, so tell us a little bit about the I Got a Bad Feeling About This podcast. I know this was your guys' group effort, but it was more Chisel's brainchild.
Yes, sir.
And so Chisel, I'll call this like a sales pitch. There might be some people watching this show that haven't heard of the I've Got a Bad Feeling About This podcast. So tell us a little bit about it. Make these fuckers want to listen to your show.
All right. So it kind of started, I'd come on Hoodcast occasionally, and I'd always tell them what they got wrong and shit like that. And then...
which is a lot.
Yeah. So
Gotta
then
be exhausting.
and I'd start sharing stories about other collectors and stuff. And they're always like, "Are you kidding me? What the fuck, dude? I can't believe the collectors are that crazy." So we had a guest on, and just having him on kind of blew up, especially in all the vintage groups and stuff. What the guy that runs the biggest group, the guy that was taking over for him, he made a breakdown, a timeline of our podcast. And they said this, and we're talking shit about us, and then another person said, "Hey, they
got
were
him in the butt hurt."
Yeah. Oh, another person, he sent me the thing. He said, "Hey, I got sent this. They're complaining about it," and then after that, I think it was the same one. We were talking about some guy who got what was his name? The Luke Skywalker dude. That was like the child molester or something.
Oh, yeah, I forget his name.
Yeah,
Wait,
dude.
No, he he played old Luke at conventions.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It was like Fluke Skywalker or something like that.
Fluke Skywalker.
And he
So-
looks like old Luke.
Fluke Skywalker.
Fluke Skywalker.
Yeah.
He was a known professional, not professional, but he would go to
cosplayer,
conventions.
yeah.
Just known cosplayer.
So-
and yeah, he turned out to be a creep. And I did a whole episode on the creeps of Star Wars collecting.
And people were pissed at us about it. And they're like, "Oh no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy." We're like, "No, this dude's a piece of shit." And literally, maybe 2 days after that, he admitted to everything. So everything was true. So a lot of, like I said, we pissed off a lot of people, and of course we look at it as, "Oh fuck, people are mad. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep doing
So
this."
the idea of the podcast, we have the moniker "Exploring the Dark Side of Star Wars," and it's not the Force. It's about collectors. It's about people mass hating movies, or leaving evil comments on Rotten Tomatoes and shit like that. It's about the fandom. It's exploring the dark side of fandom, and we've done that. Like, Chisel knows a lot about the inner collecting of Star Wars figures, because you got to think, other than Pokemon, what's the oldest collectible, like, other than gold and shit? Star Wars figures have been around. Like, they're like one of the first toys that blew up and became gold, and they still are. And there's tons of fakes, there's tons of repros, there's all kinds of shit, there's all kinds of inner fighting, there's people selling drugs and pawning off fakes, and like, there's all kinds of weird fucking stories with this. There's celebrities involved, there's weird shit going on, and it all needs to be investigated, because it's weird. There's tons of gatekeeping and big money.
One of the stories we talked about, Jonathan was like, "Wait a minute, I know this story from Opie and Anthony."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize that was
Junkman."
Yeah,
he's a known Star Wars YouTuber.
He's like, "I didn't realize that was a Star Wars thing. I just remember this whole thing." So, like, I would just tell him stories about shit. He's like, "Dude, we gotta do a whole show on this," and it just kind of blew up. We talk a lot of shit, primarily about the vintage collectors, because there's just so much material there. That whole collecting group, there's it's full of people that throw around their money, a lot of egos, a lot of gatekeeping, all kinds of shit like that.
Some really good characters that, like, how like people make fun of presidents and stuff like that, and they use everything.
Really? They do?
Yeah, like late night shows. So it's like, there's one collector, and we don't say his name. We say it here periodically. You can learn it online, but we call him Big Mac because he's big dude, and his name starts with M. But he is so comical on his rants and everything, and how he is all super childish. It's great. He gives us so much material, but we only do special episodes on him.
Yeah, we could do so much, and we got to, kind of hold off sometimes to be like, "Dude, we could do 3 shows in a row about this fucking guy alone." Yeah. Like, he's thrown temper tantrums. He was selling shit. He was beating the shit out of this cardboard back to a 12, the original 12 stand, had a piece of cardboard on the back, just beating the shit out of it, throwing a fit. Dude, he told somebody to blow their head off.
Yeah, that was a big one.
I remember that episode you guys were talking about some of his stuff, and he had orchestrated some funeral service for his fucking members.
Yeah, so that's going on actually right now. He set up a thing that's supposed to be a charity where you pay him every month, and then when you die, they'll sell your collection for you.
And give a portion to your family. Do you think they're gonna cherry pick that shit?
So they did this, and people started looking at the fine print. Wait a minute, I got to pay $20 a month minimum, and then you're gonna come out and you're gonna look at my collection, and you're gonna post it and sell everything, and you're gonna take a minimum of 12%. On top of that, you're gonna charge for your travel, your room, board, all that shit to come out and assess my collection.
This sounds
and that's
crazy,
all coming out of the proceeds from it. So
doesn't this sound crazy? Like, this blew my mind. I'm like, how would anyone do any of this?
But how does anybody hear this? This pitch?
There is people who are doing this.
So
people are already doing this, and I was like, I want to go in as a secret agent and pay the $20 and just lie about the shit I have and give them false pictures of Chisel's collection, because
and that's the thing. Where you're going to go in and you're going to cherry pick all the good stuff. Say you want it for yourself. You're not going to be honest about it. There's just so many things wrong with it, and a lot of people are like, dude, if you have a big collection, you have an idea of what's going to happen when you die. Hey, I told my wife, call this guy. You give her a list of names, deal with these people. Don't go to these people. I don't know anybody who's just doesn't even think about that. They're like, oh, hey, well, my wife will know what to do with it. No, she won't. Dude, she's going to have so much other shit to deal with.
Right.
Especially, if it's a sudden thing. I get if maybe you have cancer, things like that. You can maybe plan it a little better.
And who's the easiest person to take advantage of? Like a widowing spouse.
A grieving wife.
Yeah, a grieving wife.
So there's just so many things that seemed wrong with it. So I was just looking. They've done 3 auctions to date. And there is so much unsold stuff from these auctions. And I'm just like, wait a minute. You'd be better off just posting this shit on eBay. I'm looking at the stuff that's in there. And they've had to lower the opening bids multiple times. And it still has 0 bids on it. Right now, just as an example, there's a Power of the Force 2 Millennium Falcon still in the box sealed. Opening bid on it right now is $30. And there's 0 bids
30.
on it, and it's in its 3rd auction right now. Nobody has bought it.
Well,
that thing
part of the
will
problem is
easily
like
sell
they're
$100
trying
on
to
eBay.
do their own auction house, like, and have this conglomerate where they control every facet of this.
Yeah, you
And that's
gotta
a problem.
pay to be even in the auction. I'm sure.
It's like all the video game markets and the auction houses that own like everything else. Like it's all those markets, like
Yeah,
the
you
coin
have to
boom, how
set
that
up
happened. It's all crazy.
account
Like
and all that
everyone wants
shit.
to be this monopoly where they own every facet of the collectible shit that they're moving, and dude, everyone sees right through it, but they're so small that no government's going to step in. No one's going to fucking sue them.
I mean, he's got it's like a legit 501c, all that shit, because it's not hard to set up a nonprofit. So I mean that's all legit. But I'm looking at it, I was like, when all this is done, there's barely going to be any money left for the family. It's like you could have sold all this shit. You could have had anybody come in and just put this shit on eBay, and they would have made way more money. Just having anybody come in and, hey, could you help out? Post all this shit on eBay for me. I'll give you, 10% or whatever just for listing this shit. So eBay takes their 15%. You got that. That's 25%. That would cost. You'd be saving money by having somebody else come and do that shit instead of their fucking stupid ass service.
So that's just one facet of the Star Wars collectibles, and that's one guy. But the whole huge market and all these different groups on Facebook and elsewhere, I mean, there's a huge hate on repros and how to, like, repros means reproductions, like some of the little guns, just the little guns, if they're correct for the right figure, $250 or
Easily.
more.
Where was I?
Easily. Multiple $200, $300, $400 guns. Some of them are certain molds, things like that. And I mean, there's some that are only like $10 that aren't expensive. Some of them can be even $5. But you've got a lot of people that pass them off as originals. You've got people that are making them to pass the tests that they used to use. So if you put an old blaster in water, a real one will float, a fake one would sink.
It's a duck.
Now you've got people that
Not a
are
witch.
intentionally changing the plastic to make it so that they float for no reason other than to try to pass it off as original.
What is
So
the witch
is
weight of?
this something that is it's hard to verify? It's getting harder to verify.
It is
it's
getting
original?
harder. Before you could look at it and be like, oh no, that's fake, or you just threw it in like a bowl of water, and the real ones would float and the fake ones would sink real easy. Now they're switching the plastic, making it so that these things float also. The molds are getting better. You can 3D scan stuff. The quality is just getting better. 3D printing isn't quite there yet, I don't think, to make these, but you've also got guys that, because of this, they're becoming experts on identifying real and fake stuff. Like, there are guys that can look at a weapon and they can tell you what factory it's made in.
Yeah,
just
and that's
by
the thing about
molds.
Star Wars figures. Like, it was made all over the fucking world. Not like the action figures we're used to in our era, even the 80s, for certain figure lines and stuff that we still collect to this day, like Turtles and stuff. Star Wars figures were made all over the fucking place. So you got guys who
Right.
can tell
All
where
over
this
different
figure,
countries.
just by paint apps, just by, molds, defects, and stuff like that, they can tell,
Yeah, you can really get into it. So I collect biker scouts. I've got an army of vintage biker scouts on my shelf. It's 200 figures. Now, you would just see it and be like, "Oh, there's a biker scout."
$200,000.
There's, but then if it's made in Mexico, it has a different face. The mask, it's called a short mouth.
It's a little bit shittier,
It's got a
like they were
actually,
taking siesta.
You know what though? It's funny because that's like the Mexican one is my.
I've never seen one, so I
that's
don't
my
know.
grail. That's my grail. Is a carded Lily Letty figure. But there's 18 different variants of the biker scout alone. Just the regular version, not including the Mexican version, not including the Spanish one, not including the one made in Macau, things like that. There's so many different ones, and it could be the littlest thing. A dent on the chest. When you turn it over on the back of the belt, you can have one that's got 2 squares, a circle, a square, 2 circles, all kinds of different stuff. How many ribs are on their helmet?
He's like
6
the
or
Rain
7.
Man of Star Wars figures, dude. They're like,
I mean, these
he'll
these are
keep
things
going,
that
bro.
people don't, most people wouldn't think about, but Star Wars fans get into this shit. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, they
this
do.
one has
And they fucking
this
fight
one
about
has
it.
seven vents on the 7 vents on the helmet, the indent on the chest, and the 2 squares on the back belt. Okay. Oh wait, this one has skin. There's one. It's bird legs, where the legs are just a little bit skinnier. And most people
are like, so what are we looking at? $20?
most
What-
people
what-
have no idea, and it can the value can change from being a $20 figure to a $200.
And it's weird,
figure.
even the bootlegs, the old school bootlegs, go for fucking money.
Oh yeah, the vintage bootlegs. That's a whole other thing.
Bootlegs that were made back then.
Yeah.
And so you got to tell the difference. It's, wow, it gets crazy. And that's because Star Wars figures are money, just like Pokemon or whatever else. Like it retains its value, the old school shit. So, yeah. And that's why you have all these arguments.
So it's getting harder to tell, but there's still people out there that can tell. And
They will
if
never
it's
say
fake-
they cannot tell.
There's a lot of online resources. There's the Imperial Gunnery was the very first one. That one has been up for a long time, and it would show you the different repros, how to identify them, that kind of stuff. And then there's Variant Villain, which gets into all the variants of the figures and everything. And it's the same thing. It shows you all the different weapons, how to identify it. It'll tell you what factory they were made in. Was it a Cater? Was it a Smile factory? Things like that. And it makes a big difference now because there's only so many figures in the collection. There's 92 total if you include the last 17 and all that. So once you've collected 92, what else are you going to do? Well, wait, now I want the brown-haired Luke, not the blonde hair. Oh, wait, no, there's an orange one. I want the orange one. Oh, I want the one that's kind of green. So people start going after all these different things.
All the variants.
Yeah, so that becomes a whole thing by itself.
But then there's people who go, I want to collect Star Wars and just buy a whole first set collection. Go, I'm a Star Wars collector now. I got money, so I can just throw money around and I can start my own group because this original ICCC, whatever, intergalactic, trading fucking post doesn't accept me. So I can start my own group now and start my own rules, And it's big money that is still being traded, but with different rules now. You know, it's weird.
One of
It
the
sounds
guys,
like the rules just get made up on the fly.
They do. They're constantly changing. Like, I got kicked out of the group, and one of the things was, we let everybody here. We just let everyone in to play Star Wars. We only kick you out if you break the rules. Like
You
swearing
let
at a
everybody in
member.
except for you. You're an asshole.
So, and I called the dude out on it. I said, dude, that's bullshit. I got kicked out of the group. Why'd I get kicked out of the group? And I said, the response I got was literally, you keep bad company. And it was only because
Not talking about me, though.
I was in another group.
I almost said I agree.
Yeah. It was because I'm in another Facebook group that they don't like the people in that group, and they removed me from it. And I
Guilty by
told him,
association.
I said, dude, you're full of shit. You're a fucking liar. And he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I said, yes, you do. I know you've had this conversation. And I said, I know.
Block.
I said, we talked about this on the podcast. And he's like, I don't know what podcast you're talking about. I've never heard anyone. I was like, again, you're a fucking liar because I have the screenshot that you sent to somebody else talking about the podcast. So you're full of shit if you say you never heard it, never heard about it, and don't know
it must
anything.
piss them off when you got receipts too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And then he
That's
goes,
when they
here's
block
your
you.
proof.
They
Man,
block
that
you.
burns your ass.
Then he goes off on a tangent. And he's like, well, I don't know about that, but I'm just working on going on 7 years of putting on the best fucking convention and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude,
You serve orange chicken and fun-sized Snickers
have
as your
a
platinum
shitty
collection.
Dude, it's a shitty convention. I heard last time he just pays for guests to show up. That's his thing. You know, last convention I heard he had 50 vendors there. It's like, dude, I've never had that few vendors at one of my shows. I'd be embarrassed if I only had 50 vendors.
Chisel does amazing shows, toy shows. He does.
Yes, we hear quite a lot about them on Hoodcast AF, the Concord toy shows.
La Purga Universe Battle Toys.
I mean, out of all the groups, there is one group that remains like the quintessential group. Not quintessential. It only has so many members, but it's the shit talking group, and it's called the Diagnoga Trash Talk Group, which is named after the trash monster that's in the trash compactor that it's on episode 1. And
Episode
Do you know how many
Whatever,
tentacles
episode 4.
the Dianoga have?
Dianoga
you
has
know?
maybe 700 members in it, and like I said, it's not a big group, but it's kind of
the leader of that group is named Jim Jones, and we've had him on the podcast. We're gonna get him back again. It's not his real name. He coined it that, because he does drink the Kool-Aid or he hands it out. Whatever. I don't know. He explained it, and I didn't listen. But
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah, like I was at Star Wars Celebration where he actually was ready to fight Big Mac.
Jim Jones is a big dude, and so is Big Mac.
He ran up on him and was ready to fight him. So, and then I was also there when we had trade night, and Big Mac showed up and saw him, turned bright red, turned and left Celebration completely after that.
Fucking ran.
Yeah, literally ran and came up to San Francisco.
He ain't about that.
No.
He ain't about getting called out. Most people don't like it when they get called out and corrected and exposed.
We don't.
They don't like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, they don't.
Hearing all this just kind of sums a lot of things up for me. It makes me appreciate that I don't know shit about Star Wars, so I could just not say anything. So I don't have to get into these debates or arguments, but it also it makes me feel bad for those who do know. I'm glad I'm not having a conversation about a toy or something or what's fake or not, because then the entire time I would be like,
Yeah.
yeah, the whole time, I'll just shake my head. Yeah. I'll agree with everything. I would probably be the one to start a big fight because this person's saying that's a bootleg and this person's like, no, that's not a bootleg, and I'm like,
Then you get what?
You're
You're
like,
motherfucker.
fuck,
Yeah.
just standing there looking back and forth like, oh, fuck,
Danny,
what I do now.
your Art
Yeah.
the Clown animatronic back there is a bootleg, bro. Yeah,
No,
don't
it's
even
not.
try to
No,
fake it.
hey,
Don't even try to
I'm
fake it,
so-
bro.
I am so happy you said that because I actually mentioned this before. It was a bootleg when I purchased it, right? It's just an animatronic.
Right.
But once it got signed by the actor,
Oh, David
it
Howard
became
Thurman.
valuable. Oh, it's
Oh,
signed.
okay.
This is a grail now.
How did
This
you
goes
took
nowhere.
that whole thing to a convention and got it?
Oh no! Right, that'd have been funny.
Carrying it around like this.
I carried it.
We
I was like, hey,
we
sign
went in on a
this.
dolly like Hannibal Lecter.
No. I the head remove. You can remove the head, and I had him sign the top of the.
That's awesome, man.
the head. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah, he signed it.
Yeah, he's very proud.
But it's
of
not
it.
a bootleg.
He sleeps next to every night.
I sleep right next to it. It's like
Sometimes with it.
$5,000 right now. It went from being $200. Now it's $5,000. There you go.
Well, we'll have to see the video of you getting it signed because I
I
can't
have photos.
verify that.
That's
I have
right.
photos.
It could be AI.
Look,
It could
Photos
be
are AI
on
now.
there.
Like I
It's an
can't,
auto pen.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go to the group on this one.
David Howard Thorne, can you confirm this for them, please? Can you let them know if you watch the show?
So the gist of I've got a bad feeling about this. It seems like you guys are into exposing all the evilness and the wickedness, and I think that you might be onto something here. With I think Chisel, you're the perfect choice to be one of those guys like from Pawn Stars, that they call in the experts. Like, I don't know shit about this, but I know a guy, and then the guy comes in. So
great. So I'm the Chum Lee.
Straw hat.
I'm
We're gonna get you one of them straw hats, and you get a little piece of hay in your mouth, and you come in and you say, "Well, you see here, son, this one was made in Mexico. You can tell because of the circle, square, and the 17 cents on the back."
All those guys who sell toys in Las Vegas, he knows them all.
I'm friends with those guys.
He works with those guys. He does conventions with those guys.
Yeah.
So you should be the expert they call in then.
Yeah. Steve is the guy that came on after Johnny, and
I've met Johnny.
I'm good friends with him. We're actually working on a couple things.
Nice.
He's actually doing the convention that me and Jonathan are going to Vegas for.
Yeah, nice. during WrestleMania.
WrestleMania weekend.
I'm not going to go to WrestleMania, but I'm going to be there.
Yeah,
hey.
You're going to be there.
Yeah, because it's out of my budget, bro. It's WrestleMania.
Well, careful! Don't say that word too many times.
Hey, if I have a good show, I'll buy us tickets.
There you go.
Or we just go wait till they pack the house, and they always let people in.
Yeah.
During a Cody Crybaby match or something,
Yeah, we'll just. We'll find some cheap last minute tickets.
Obstructed
probably
view.
The
Watch
opening
it on
match. Opening match in night 2, it'll be Drew McIntyre losing the title to somebody like Obafemi or something like that, and that's when everybody will go crazy and you can sneak right in.
Oh, you think Drew's gonna hold it that long? Okay. Yeah.
We can only hope.
He's a transition guy, of course.
Well, yeah, it's only a couple months, but 90 days. There you go.
No, that's too long for him. I'm saying less than 30.
No, I think they'll give him.
I think Drew can do it.
He'll have a good heel run. He'll have a good heel run.
I think they'll give him 90 days to make it more legitimate when he loses.
He's actually made a lot of these feuds fun. He's been really, really like the trolling, the Twitter shit. That stuff is great. Okay. I loved all that stuff he does.
He plays the spicy, vindictive asshole very, very well, I think.
Yeah.
So real quick, to get everybody on the same page, Danny keeps putting the thing up on the bottom because I haven't mentioned it yet. Tonight we are going to be giving away. It's Danny and I's birthday week. It's All Rowdy's Eve tonight. The festivities start tomorrow. So in honor of our birthdays, we are going to be giving away. This is brand new Blockies Star Wars Darth Vader. It's a model kit. It's very cool. No chewing makes these things look very cool. So you guys should all want one. So we will be giving this away at the end of the night. Stay tuned for that.
I mean, if Danny was calling that figure, he would call it a Dark Vader.
Vader. Yeah.
Dark Vader.
Dark Vader kit.
Yeah.
Dark Victor.
Yeah. So I'm sorry.
Dark Victor.
It's Dark Vader.
It's Dark Vader.
I know he
a Dark Vader.
He lives on a planet
Vader.
called Muffstar.
Yeah.
No, that's a real thing, dude.
Yeah.
Muffstar is not a porn name.
It's
It's a planet filled with lava. I think.
Yes. I think you're pronouncing it exactly right.
That's what the
Oh.
that's what the wives call me.
The mustard. Well, we have a little game that I would like to bring up for you guys. A little trivia game. I was thinking about doing Fallen versus Chisel in some Star Wars knowledge. And I got nervous trying to think of what I was going to do because it's rare that I got somebody that knows Star Wars. So I was a little nervous about getting questions that were going to be too easy. And then I listened to your guys' podcast and I realized I don't think either of you know that fucking much anyhow. So I think I could I think that I've got some good ones. So how we will do this is we're going to flip a coin and whoever wins the coin toss gets the first question. We'll alternate. If the first person, or if you get the question wrong, the other person has an opportunity.
Just let me
Oh,
go.
God.
Just let me go
Just
first.
let him go first, and then I'll answer.
And then Chisel will go, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's how we'll do it then. As soon as we get this pulled up here, Colin, you will be the first. The points are worth. The questions are worth 1,000 points apiece. The points are very important. The winner does not get anything other than bragging rights. So maybe the points aren't all that important at all.
It's totally worth it.
Yeah.
So the little game we're going to call "So You Think You Know Star Wars." Oop, I went too far.
Oh, I know that one. I just learned it on a
Because I
new
just
episode.
told you. I did.
No, but I actually knew it. I just forgot it, and then
Yeah.
I relearned it. I already know it.
All right, so Fallen, the first question is to you, and it is: what does the TIE stand for in TIE Fighter?
Well, Kevin, I will say that it does have two bat wings, and it is a ball, but it stands for twin ion engines, and they go. "Ah!"
Wow! what do they? What do they do? What do they sound like when they're going by and shooting?
Pew pew ah! Pew pew ah! I don't. I'll forget.
I just told him that when we were recording last week.
The pew pew part.
No.
No.
You are absolutely correct. It does stand for twin ion engine. So
What is an
1,000
ion?
points. Well, there's two of them in this particular ship.
See?
That's why it gets this twin.
It's like the pulse propulsion.
Where
the
are
way-
they in this TIE fighter?
Like
though?
they actually, it's on the back.
What do
So
the wings do? They just
They stabilize it.
okay.
So
They're
there's no
Have you
wind
never
in
fucking
space.
flown
though.
a ship before? Jesus Christ, act like
Yeah,
you know
I
what you're doing.
Right?
No,
I
it's
have
like
a ball
a
ship.
like they actually have made an ion engine, but you would need so much power to propel it that
They should have made two.
it's not practical. But in space,
should have been
it's
twin.
different because there's no gravity. But
Look, in Star Wars, there's fires on
in
space.
yeah,
So
and horses.
right.
Well, in Star Wars, also, you don't need oxygen on a meteorite.
Yeah.
You can just get right off of on a giant meteor. You can get right out of the Millennium Falcon. No
Exactly.
problem.
You did the Kessel Run too?
Yeah, I didn't do it quite as I didn't do the measure of distance and not time as well as Han Solo did, but
Oh, yeah.
I managed.
That's how I measure mine.
All right, next question is to Chisel. Who is the only character credited as playing himself in The Phantom Menace?
God damn it! I know this too, and I cannot fucking remember who it is now. I was just talking about this.
I didn't know this until today, actually, when I was looking up obscure facts. I never have caught this.
I do have a guess.
I do too.
Yeah, shit, I cannot remember this.
Would you like to phone a friend? You could phone Danny.
Yeah.
He
I
is
know everything.
available.
Yeah.
I know everything.
All right, go ahead, Jonathan.
So, can I ask questions? Or do I just
No,
start
you just got to
answering?
answer. No, fuck that.
Oh, no
I
questions.
didn't have no questions.
So I know that there was ETs in this film, and ETs played themselves because they're not even real characters. I mean, they're real characters, and they're CG, but the ETs were there. ET played himself.
I don't think it was Phantom Menace. Was it Phantom Menace that you see them?
Yeah.
No, it's not Phantom Menace because
I think it's
Padme
Attack
is a
of the Clones.
senator at that time when you see them.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
so
this
Phantom
is
Menace is-
Phantom
It's
Menace.
episode 3. They're in it. They're in episode 3.
No, they're in the Senate with the fucking...
In episode 3, yes.
No, they're in the first one, right?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay,
Right.
All right, I don't fucking remember. All right. Well, you
Danny,
were
do
wrong.
you wanna take a
were
guess?
wrong first, Chisel.
I'm gonna go with George Lucas for 500.
George Lucas is not correct. He was
Man,
not
that's
in,
close though.
Phantom
That's
Menace.
good.
All right.
Don't feed into the bullshit, please.
Chisel, you want to take another crack at it?
Nah, go ahead. Just tell me who it is.
James Woods.
Because I'm going to feel dumb.
James. Oh,
Jabba the Hutt. is in the credits. It says Jabba the Hutt as himself.
Wait, so it's an imaginary character?
Well,
Like,
no.
I was closer by
He
ET.
was because he was CGI in the
he was
the
CG.
thing. There was nobody, no puppeteers or nothing. He was pure CGI, so nobody
Yeah,
played
and
him.
I think he was much younger. He was adolescent,
Yeah.
or at least an angsty teen.
Understandable.
Jabba.
All right, the next question
Hey.
is back to you,
Well,
Fallen.
there should have been 2 T's on Hut.
Oh, reading.
Oh yeah, there should have been. That's my bad. Autocorrect fucking got me. Damn.
Yeah.
Right. Oh shit.
All
Point for
right,
Chisel.
Your next question. This character was introduced in the Heir to the Empire and became the non-canonical wife of Luke Skywalker.
I know.
Non-canonical means not in the movies, not connected to the movies. It's Legends material.
Right. And I do know this name, but I have forgotten it. And they made an action figure of this character.
Yep.
A couple.
But I can't remember her name, so I'm gonna say Maz Kanata.
that is not
which is
correct.
also she's an ET. So I'm just going with straight ETs with all my answers.
All right, Chisel, do you know the answer? I know you know the answer.
Well, yeah, it's Mara Jade.
I was close. Start with the M.
Yeah, dude, I thought you were gonna say it. You looked like you were about to say something
I
with
thought
an
you were
M.
going to say
it.
Mary Jane.
No,
Yeah.
that's why I started with the M.
Dude, and you know what's funny is that there was actually talks of having Zendaya play her.
Oh,
Really?
thank God
Yeah.
not.
No, I think that would be okay because
Nah.
you can always replace a redhead with a black person.
She basically did Star Wars acting in all the Spider-Man films.
So, yeah.
All right, so we're tied now, 1,000 points apiece. Next question, it's going right to you, Chisel, and it is. Oh yeah, there it is, Marjade. I forgot. There's the answer, Marjade. And this is some awesome fan art I found from Reddit, I believe. All right, next question. How many characters do you see use a lightsaber in the original trilogy? Which is obviously New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
Use
I know.
or
No,
hold?
I know this. So, I know.
Use, not just hold, use.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just going in my head. I'm pretty sure the answer is 4. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Darth Vader, and Obi-Wan. I don't think anybody else used a lightsaber. So I'm going to go with
You
4.
are absolutely correct. 4, and those are the exact 4.
Wow.
So taking a commanding lead, 2,000 points to 1,000 points. Fallen, you got a chance to redeem yourself with the next question. This fighting style video game was released on the PlayStation in 1997 and featured Mortal Kombat style fighting contests between combatants such as Luke, Vader, Gamora guards, Boba Fett, Princess Leia, etc., etc.
What is the legend of Kaisar?
Oh man,
Kai
you're so close.
Irkar.
Come on, you're so
Kir
close.
Ar Kaidar.
Kaiser.
Look, it was featured in the Solo movie, a Star Wars story, when that girl at the end used some fighting style, and it was based off this game. And I played this game because it was the only game that you could have Star Wars fighters in.
I still have this game. I have an emulator, PlayStation emulator. It's like in a Game Boy handheld. And I still fucking play
It
this
starts
game.
with a
I love this
K.
game.
I know that. But it's just,
Oh man, you're so close. I'm tempted to give it to you. If Chisel cannot give the exact name, I'm tempted to.
Of course he can. He's waiting because he's already.
Dude, I don't play fucking video games.
Yeah, but this is like a known fighting style in Star Wars.
And I just saw a thing about it the other day.
It's something.
I know what it is because I just saw a thing about it the other day, and I cannot fucking remember what it is.
Kara something.
I think Fallen, you're close enough to get the points here. It is Masters of Terraskasi.
Terrakasi. Yeah, okay. I was way off. Samsonite. I knew it.
Yeah, and this was a good game. Like, I mean, for its time, it was the graphics
Yeah.
are pretty jank to look at now, but
The only time
at the time,
the only time we got to fight as like Darth Vader or something like that would be like some of the later games of what was that? There was another fighting game where you can download Darth Vader and stuff.
yeah. So Soul Calibur,
Soul Calibur, yeah.
I think I think it was right before episode 3, or maybe right after. They were just about to come out with the Force Unleashed game.
Yeah.
So Soul Calibur had done some deal with
You could be
Lucas
Yoda on
Lucas
certain
Games. So on Xbox you could play as Yoda. On PlayStation you could play as Vader, but on both you could play as Starkiller.
Yeah, that's right.
So those were good games, but yeah, this was the original. You could play like as Lando Calrissian, all kinds of.
So yeah, Terakasi is a fighting style within the Star Wars universe, and they used it in the Solo film, a Star Wars story. I don't know if you knew that, Chisel. And at the end, when Kira or
When
whatever,
Kira's fighting
Yeah.
Dryden Voss.
yes,
Yeah.
they use that fighting style or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like no weapons, hand to hand.
I think they even mention it in the film, or like he does mention it or whatever. He said mentions.
I think
something.
he does. I think
Yeah.
he says something about it.
No, and like when I saw that film, I was like, "Oh, he said that. That's the game. He said it." I yelled.
All right, next question going to Chisel. Temmin Snap Wexley was a resistance pilot that died on the Battle of Exegol. However, when he was a young boy, he fought in the final battle that saw the end of the Imperial Remnant. Where was this battle? Which planet was the final battle against the Imperial Remnants?
Oh shit. I'm trying to think. It was the Remnant.
We've only
God,
seen
that's-
this. We didn't see the final battle in a movie, but we have seen.
Clues. It's in a film.
We've s-
I already know what it is.
in the film.
We've seen the
It's-
aftermath of the battle in a film.
Yeah.
We should say.
Oh, fuck! I know. I'm trying to think if it's. Well, my guess would be it would be the battle at because you see the end of it, it would be over Jakku, but I don't fucking know.
It is the Battle of Jakku.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. See, I didn't know if there was another name for it, but I knew the battle was over Jakku. I just didn't know that was what they called it.
Yeah, I thought they had
Yeah,
changed the name or something.
Yeah. See, I thought there was a different name for it. So
Yeah, there was. This wasn't in any of the movies. This was in the aftermath book novel series.
Okay. Yeah. See, I haven't read any of those.
And still, nobody cared.
Yeah.
Oh man, that book series is very good. I highly suggest the audiobook of it. The guy that does all the narration for Star Wars books, Mark Thompson, it's like a full production, music, sound effects.
That's
the whole nine
awesome.
yards.
I
It's
do love
fantastic.
audiobooks for that reason. So Chisel says I don't read, but I listen.
All right. Well, so Fallen, the next question, we got 3,000 points to 2,000 points. The next question goes to you, Fallen, and it is about the books. So you've got probably no hope of getting this correct.
Yeah.
Is this Scholastic?
It's not. Temmin Wexley, same guy here. What
Asian.
did Temmin Wexley name his heavily modified B-1 battle droid that he fought alongside in the Battle of Jakku?
What did he name his battle droid?
Yeah, he had a battle droid that he modified. It was a kind of a big character in the books. That's
I'm
why
gonna say
saying
Bexley.
Wexley. That's not correct. No.
Okay.
Chisel, do you want to take a stab at it?
Oh, I have no fucking clue. Like, I don't even know who the hell this guy is.
He's the Asian
What
guy.
Whoa.
You see him
B-
briefly,
okay.
and he's
Yeah.
in the Resistance. You see him as an adult. You see him. He's also his character when he was a kid. He's been in the Star Wars Outlaws game as like a background character. You can't play as him. But
Okay.
in the books, he had a battle droid that was like it was a B1 battle droid that he modified, and his name was Mr.
Mr.
Bones.
Bones.
He was a fucking psychotic B1 battle droid.
Based off of
fantastic.
I was gonna
Deadpool.
say it looks like Deadpool.
Right.
It's a Deadpool.
This
Okay.
fucking robot is unhinged. Like, I don't know. He did something to the personality matrix, and like this thing, he's just chipper and happy as can be while he's killing people. And again, the audiobook it does him justice.
Okay.
All right.
Next question: what species is this humanoid alien race that fought in the rebellion? Danny, let's hear what your take is.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this?
That's easy. It's a Danny. That's the species. It's a Danny.
He's a slobinoid. You know, I don't know. He wears a pilot's hat. He's got a nose that don't quit. That's what
Dude,
I'm saying.
dude, somebody was recreating like card backs. It was for a thing, and some guy pretended to be him. He put a bunch of tortillas over his face.
You think when he's got to itch his cheek, like he's got to get up in underneath one of the flaps, to get up there?
You know, when this
Do you
guy
think it gets slimy in there underneath the fucking flaps?
Does he get like yeast infections in there?
right? Like,
Dude.
these look like the kind of lips that would get a yeast infection.
look,
honestly.
that's where his sexual organs are. Also, like you don't touch those
Wow.
flaps. Yeah,
you don't want to itch his flap for him. That's
yeah,
for sure.
no, at all.
Dude, that's a whole different kind of oral sex right there.
But he's closely related to like the Asian guys from the Phantom Menace.
No, they're totally different.
No, look at him.
Wait.
Look at him. He's closely related. He's just shorter. He's just a midget version with nose flaps.
Just separated.
No,
by one
dude,
ocean.
I think those guys, the Newt Gunray and them, they're close. They're closer related to like Cad Bane.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
they're.
All right. No, but I think this
what are
guy's like he's like a
Nemoidian?
cousin.
Those ones are called.
Moidians.
Nemoidian, I think?
Nemoidians. Yeah, I think you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hope that's an answer that I get.
What is
Yeah.
Cad Bane's race? What kind of alien is he?
I want to say he's a Nemoidian. I'm not sure.
He's a blue Texas redneck.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
I
He's
could
a
be totally
badass
wrong,
character.
but I could be all fucked up right now.
This guy is pretty close. He's like a numanoid, I think. Yeah.
So
Cerulean.
Danny says he's a Danny.
He's a
Colin,
Danny.
You're
Yeah.
saying he's a what? A Nemoidian?
Yeah, I said a bunch of different words, but yeah.
Chisel?
Dude, I know it begins with an S. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's Solar.
No, it's
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 like
like
a
a soul
S-
Celestus,
Solodian.
something like that.
Solarian.
Samodian.
Celestra, something like that.
Nemoidian BM.
Yeah, I know it's
Let's see
some.
what the
Like I said,
movements-
that's all I know. I remember it's like a soul, whatever.
So
Solus.
Solus-
Okay, I was close. I
Yeah.
had the first half.
Chisel was more correct than me. So
All right,
he's
next
definitely
question. I
a
don't even
Jewish
know
name.
I don't even know who this question goes to. I think we're back to we're back to whoever.
Yeah.
All
wants
right,
it.
we'll
It's
figure
Chisel.
it out.
All right. Anthony Daniels gave C3PO his famous British butler accent. But what was C3PO's originally accent intended to be in the scripts?
Latin.
Kamehando.
Oi, oi, oi!
Anybody want to take a stab? Chisel? Phone?
I would have
Either of
guessed
Oh.
probably like fucking Australian or some shit.
So it was
I'm gonna say-
the original actor wasn't Anthony Daniels. It was fuck. I just learned this the other day and I forgot it. Like I mostly do. So yeah, it's a different accent from some other country.
Yeah,
And
and
I
you?
don't
Yeah,
know
no,
what the-
that's what we're established it is. But do you know what one it is supposed to be?
I'm gonna say Afrikaans. I don't know. Because
Afrikaans. Danny,
German.
you want to take a guess?
German. I'm gonna say German. German.
no, it's
Swedish.
C3PO was actually supposed to have a thick New Yorker accent.
well, get the
Wow.
fuck out of here. I'm walking.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Can you imagine?
Yeah,
Hey,
no, that would
you
not
look
have
at
been
this
good.
fucking
I mean,
guy
it would
over here.
have been fucking Bugs Bunny.
I'm familiar in 300 fucking languages over here. Come on.
You call that a fucking pie? That ain't a fucking pie.
I gotta roll. I gotta walk around the sand while you roll. Come on, give me your fucking ride here.
Got a couple more questions here. This planet is home to the pirate queen Maz Kanata and her castle full of treasures. And I included this one because I listened to your podcast and neither of you could fucking remember.
Yeah,
what this one
I do.
was
I
called.
cannot. I cannot fucking remember.
She's
what
an
it was.
ET. She's an ET
She's
species.
close to an ET.
No,
I just
she
found
is.
out too. You know, Lupita Nyong. I don't know how you pronounce her last name.
Wikipedia.
She
Wikipedia.
does the voice for Maz Kanata.
Yes.
Well, so since nobody knows, I'll go right on to the answer. And it is
Oh,
Takadana.
yeah. I was gonna say now I fucking remember what it was because somebody else said it in the movie.
No, that was during the podcast when I said I had to take a shit.
All right, next question. Who is this character from the Skeleton Crew? Because I'm sick of hearing you guys call him
Jesus
the Blue
Christ,
Elephant guy.
dude! That's all I've fucking called him the whole time. The Blue Elephant Kid. I cannot remember his damn name.
I just seen his figure too.
I know it's the only one I don't have from the Skeleton Crew. So I just, I always just say the Max Rebo Jr.
Dumbo, bro.
yeah.
Come on.
My
It's
I
Disney.
just rewatched the Skeleton Crew with my wife. She hadn't watched it with me the first time, so we just rewatched it recently. And this is her absolute favorite character, and she wants me to buy her the figure so she can put them on her desk.
Oh.
This character's name is Neil.
Neil. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
He looks like a fucking
Neil.
yeah. Dude, when
Neil.
in the show, when he's sitting at the table watching, the little hologram show, that's actually a scene from the Star Wars Holiday Special.
His name
Yeah.
might as well be Kevin.
Yeah.
It's just spelled weird. Kevin. Come on. Neil. Neil's
Yeah.
the most boringest name of all time for an
Well, I
elephant
think that's
guy.
that's the point of that whole show. These kids are just some boring fucking kids trying to find adventure.
Well, we know how that ended in Stranger Things.
Yeah. Does this dude got gay magical powers?
With
does.
his boys in his arms.
Yeah.
Neil.
All right, and I think we got one last question. How did Grand Admiral Thrawn and Ezra Bridger disappear into the unknown regions during the Battle of Lothal?
So Lotharians, they were from the Lord of the Rings, in which they just ripped that whole thing off. So I can't tell you.
It was a space whale.
Space whales.
Yeah.
And they
that
traveled. I knew that.
That can travel through hyperspace.
whales.
Right. They just made that shit up as they go along.
Yeah, but it was fucking cool.
Yes,
Like,
I do like
Yeah.
it. I like space whales.
and when they did the live action version in Ahsoka, I thought it was fucking awesome.
I did like Ahsoka. I liked all the elements that they put into the horror aspect, the space whales, all, Thrawn. Like, I liked all the shit they put in that show. I just think it didn't go over well
They
with
had.
people.
Did you know that they had the space whales were actually in the Mandalorian also?
Were they?
Yep. So when they're traveling through hyperspace, Grogu looks out and he sees
Oh,
one
yeah,
of them traveling through the hyperspace.
And he's like, "Stop touching
Lame.
my shit! Don't touch shit."
Yeah.
He's trying to take the fucking handle off of the shifter because that's what fucking kids do. They like shiny shit. I've been watching the Lights and Magic documentary on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Goes through and shows all that. And I didn't realize that like the majority of the Mandalorian was shot on one of those rooms. It's just the screen.
Yeah, the
It's
big
like the projector
360
room.
thing. Yeah.
They did a great job, though.
Yeah, like I had no clue. We've watched Mandalorian several times through here, and
I mean, you watch
one
any of
of
the
my kids'
prequels and
favorite.
compare it to the Mandalorian, it's far times better.
yeah. The I just found that out though. The majority of that shit, you wouldn't guess that. You'd think that they're on these big sound stages or these big sets, and like they're just in a room that is essentially fucking walls of cameras or screens.
I think it goes to show how actors have gotten used to that and learned to act better, because you look at the prequels, and how George Lucas kind of invented that kind of acting and filming it in his own like ranch with like a blue screen, and he filmed all the prequels kind of that way.
Yeah, and that's something that George Lucas complained about the sequel trilogy. He says there's nothing innovative about this. You didn't create any new technology. You didn't push the boundaries on anything. Everything is just the same old shit. Nothing new was done.
But sometimes you don't need to push the boundaries. Like you can't just do cookie cutter shit. But yeah,
No, but
Right.
you know you can always try. Like he had to create so much of the technology himself.
he did. And he did
And
it
there
multiple
was-
times.
Yeah, and there was nothing done for the sequels. It was like nothing. It was just this. You were seeing shit that had already been done. There was nothing innovative about it.
Yeah, rehashed.
I don't think
Yeah.
it was
No,
the acting though. It was the storytelling that was lacking.
It was a lot.
Yeah, and the directing.
Yeah, I mean,
and-
But you can
That's correct, because there was a lot of characters that the actors you really want to see them back. Like you really want to see Finn back in stories coming up. You want to see Poe
Kylo.
Dameron back. You want to see something with Captain Phasma. You want to see these characters back, just not the bullshit that they gave us in the sequel.
No,
good. There was good characters and bad stories.
people will shit on like you if you like a certain character or whatever from the sequel trilogy and stuff like that. But like some of it is good ideas. It's just none of it was fleshed out, and it just everything gave everyone a bad taste in their mouth. Nobody wants to see any of that shit. But I think it could be revamped and I mean maybe now's not the time, but still.
I mean, I almost at this point would prefer that they came right out and said, we're going to do a new sequel series. Those movies are on their own. They're non-canon anymore. You can still enjoy them if you enjoy them, but the official story moving forward, we're going to read.
They already did, but
I
they don't.
think
10, 11.
Disney doesn't necessarily say that. They're not going to go out and recant their shit, but they
I think
already
it's-
pretty much did that.
I think the time's passed. I think you had an opportunity to get Han, Luke, and Leia back on the screen together,
They fucked it up.
and you can't do that. You just can't. She's gone. You can't do it. They had the opportunity, and they fucked it up. It could have been, like Mark Hamill wanted to do like a 30-second thing, and nope, couldn't do it. You could have done that in the beginning and then took the show in a totally different direction, and people probably would have been okay with it. But yeah, they totally blew it. They had the opportunity there, and they didn't take
They
it.
were never on screen together,
No.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's weird for that sequel trilogy. For that never to happen,
Yeah.
at least once.
Now, on the other flip side of it, though, if they were to decide to make those non-canon and remake 9, 10, and 11, would you be against them recasting people that would fit as younger Luke, younger
not
Leia,
not at all.
Leia?
I've said multiple times I would like to see Sebastian Stan play Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah, I'm down for it.
I think he would
We
be
just talked about that last week.
I've said for a long time, I think he would be great. I have no problem with that. You could easily take Carrie Fisher's daughter to play her.
We don't
We've
need
already
the
got,
AI.
We've
We
already
don't-
got a Han Solo, and then having him play Luke Skywalker, I would be okay with that. You can make movies that were after, Return of the Jedi. You can go between 6 and 7 and create some movies there and recast it. I have absolutely no
the
problem
thing is,
with that.
don't
I
treat
think
your fans like idiots.
I think a lot of people would be okay with that.
Like I think we don't need the AI. We don't need like the special effects to make Sebastian Stan look like him. Dude, just
He
no.
already looks
no,
close
if the
enough.
story's
That's what I'm
good,
saying.
it doesn't matter.
He's close
Yeah.
enough, and just leave it. We know who he is. We know who he's
Right.
playing. We understand that, we can't get the old guy to play him now, so there's nothing wrong with that. They do it all the time in movies when they do flashbacks and things like that. They'll have a different actor play them. I see nothing wrong with that. I'm totally for that. I wish they would do that. It would give us, the stories that we want.
Yeah, I mean, with the way that Ahsoka ended, with Thrawn and Ezra Bridger coming back, to the main continuity and the main storylines now, you almost think that they could, set themselves right up to do an heir to the Empire. They can't go exactly down that road with, having a clone Luke and Joris Sabayoth. They can't really just bring all those people in, but they could do
You could take elements from
heir
it.
to the
Yeah.
Empire.
I really want a
elements.
clone Luke to happen, and that's what should have happened a long time ago.
They definitely could do that. They could, go from one into the other, and it doesn't have to be exact. One of my main complaints about Solo was they didn't follow almost. They followed almost zero of the original source material. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I would have liked if they followed things a little bit differently. Like why Han Solo was kicked out of the Academy, all that kind of stuff. It was like a whole big thing in the books. It wasn't he just deserted.
It was a quick run through in the movie.
They stripped him. They stripped him of his Carillion bloodline. They did all this stuff. He actually was Han Solo. They didn't just give him the name because he was by himself. There were so many things. He in the books he rescued Chewbacca from slavery, and this one, no, he was just thrown in a pit with him. Little difference. I mean,
but look, you can't make a 3-hour Solo movie. I mean, you can, but what Disney was thinking then at that time, they couldn't do that.
But at the end of Solo, where they've got all the Wookiees and stuff on Kessel, that was how he rescued.
But they
Chewbacca.
already spent
You
too much
could've
money
done-
on this movie with like the other director who was trying to make it a weird comedy.
You added
see
a
that,
whole
though.
extra part, and then put in the other part that was from the original story, where the Wookiees are slaves. But then they go there. No, you could have just started right there and cut out the first half of the fucking movie and been fine.
Right,
and
but
you
like
coulda done
Disney
more.
is stupid, and they're like, people don't know who Han Solo is. We have all these kids who like Star Wars who need to learn.
You literally could have started with him in the Imperial Academy.
Right, but it's not about filmmaking. It's about gaining people who are going to be lifelong Star Wars fans.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that always stuck out for me with the Solo movie is like them kind of giving him a love interest that's not Princess Leia. Like, we're already emotionally invested in the fact that they end up together. So I don't know why they had to dangle that, with what's her name?
It was in the books,
It's
so
Hollywood.
I understand it.
Hollywood also, you need to have that in Star Wars. You don't need it, but
I get it.
Hollywood
I mean,
movies,
everyone,
you have to have that.
everyone has, their girlfriend before their wife and things like that. I mean, that's pretty realistic to be like he never met anybody before her.
So, no, I'm not saying that he never met anybody. I just don't know. It's a weird choice to include, and just to include it. I think it's a problem with a lot of superhero movies and movies like this. Like, they try to throw some love aspect into it. Like, think about the G.I. Joe movies. Why the fuck are they introducing love into this? It's about war and murder.
Because
and killing.
they want everyone to be able to watch this. They want everyone to buy tickets for this. It's about making money. And it's it's not about whether the people who are paying money for this to like it. Like, Hollywood doesn't understand that at all, and they never will, because they rather take the low road where they can make the most money they can.
Yeah, but in the older, like in the books and stuff, like they were together, but they were like partners. They were both, criminals and smugglers and stuff like that. So it was kind of, they were working together, and this, the relationship happened between them. So I understand that. Like I said, it was just done kind of shitty in the movie.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand why that was there, because it wasn't just a pure, love interest. They had been working together. They had been doing all these, other fucking battles and shit like that. So
the other thing that always stuck out to me is Lando's weird relationship with the robot. And how
I liked it.
She kind of like integrates herself with the Falcon at the end. It's almost
Weird,
feels
right?
Like,
yeah, that was really
it's
weird.
Definitely weird.
It was, and then there was the whole thing where saying, "Oh no, Lando is pansexual now." It was just to add just some weird bullshit to the movie. There was no reason for that.
No, and it's pandering again. Yeah. But I really like Donald Glover. Like, I love Donald Glover and like anything he does. Like, he's great, But the whole
He
Lando
did a great
storyline
job.
was shitty.
He
you
did
know,
a great
but
job as Lando.
yes, he
I
did.
mean,
Yeah, I
Dude,
could watch
just
a
the-
series with him. You know,
So
like come on.
one of the things that I've said is I would like to see something where
This is a
you-
really great theory.
yeah, you could call it Lando stories, where you can have Billy D. Williams telling a story about something that happened, where this way you can bring in the younger actors to act out these stories. Now they're being told from his point of view, but so they're not going to be 100% accurate. They can be embellished. He comes out the hero and stuff like that. I said that would be a really great way to flesh out some stories, and they don't have to be these big productions. It can be, like one episode, that's 40 minutes long, where Lando talks about, oh, this happened. Oh, back when I met Han Solo, we did this. He talks about, oh, the Battle of Tanab. You could do one episode on that, and it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. You can get more background out of that, and you can be like, oh, hey, I heard this story. You want to know how Han Solo started working for Jabba the Hutt? We had a job together. Here you go. You can add things like that. Oh, in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, we had to find where Han Solo was. So, and infiltrating Jabba's palace. That's a whole story right there. You can have Luke. You can have the young Luke Skywalker, the young Lando working together. All that shit.
So, Paul, who is this? Paul in 1966 has a good question. Do you guys think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan?
I do.
Are you
Yeah.
familiar with much of the Old Republic stories?
A little bit, not a whole lot, but I definitely. I think that's what the majority of fans want to see right now. I think they want an Old Republic story, whether it's a trilogy, a standalone movie. They want something, but a Darth Revan story with Keanu Reeves, I think, is something that all fans could agree with. I think that's something that they really want. They want something from that time period, and I think he would be great in it.
Now, they sort of give us a little bit of a story from the Old Republic, and I do want to get into that and get your opinion on it. But before we do, I want to remind everybody we are going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to put the hashtag up right now. We're collecting entries already for
Hashtag
it.
Dark Victor.
On the bottom. Where's this other one? What is? Oh, there's two of them going. Jeez, there we go. I'm not completely new at this.
Enders, what's up, Enders?
No, but your Buffalo Bills hat is kind of new. It looks pretty shiny, man. Pretty
It's
cool.
not that new.
Okay. I'm not wearing my Niners hat
There we
tonight,
go.
but yeah.
Oh man, I'm hoping that's what we're getting in February. I'm hoping it's the Bills and the Niners. That would be a great game.
I would love it, man. I want I need to see the Bills make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I need to see him win. I've seen him go 4 times. I've not seen him win. I need to
Hey,
fucking see him
whoa,
win.
I stopped it where it starts. Come on.
All right, so there's the hashtag. It's hashtag bad feels. Make sure you use your capitals, people. Capital B, capital F. And we'll be giving away the Blockies Darth Vader model kit. But while that's collecting the comments, Chisel, there's something that I really would like to talk to you about because I think you and I have slightly different opinions on it. Why do you hate the Acolyte?
Oof.
Can you give me without the woke pandering, that what was it about the show itself that you did not like?
I think
Or hated, I should say.
so. I think one. I think the way, just the look of the show felt cheap. First of all, I think it felt really cheap watching it. We all know that there was a huge budget on it, and it felt like where they're at. Honestly, I told somebody this recently. It looked like it was the fucking Fraggle Rock set to me. is what I thought. I
It
thought
did look like a Fraggle Roll.
That's
like
what-
the store and shit. Yeah.
that's what I thought. I thought it was filmed pretty cheap.
Because Star Wars never used any Muppets.
When you look at the very beginning, they've got these Jedis that are just being just obliterated by someone who obviously doesn't have a whole lot of training to me.
a Matrix woman who is like
And she's
skilled
killed off
in the
right
arts of
away.
Matrix.
Yeah, right away.
Right away.
She's killed off.
Which is supposed to be shocking. So,
I think
yeah.
the dialogue in it, I think, was bad.
Power
May,
of One.
Oshi, back and forth. Where it just
Power
kinda,
of Two.
The
The power
same
of
thing.
many.
Power of many.
And the thing is, there was no problem with like the whole witch thing, that kind of stuff, because we have it in Clone Wars. The Dathomir witches, that's already been established. That's not a problem. I think by them saying, "Oh, they were created by the Force," it takes away from the whole prophecy of Anakin, being the one, to bring balance and all that kind of stuff. That I think it takes away from that. We didn't need that. They could have just been born regular. There's no reason to take somebody else's story and try to, you want to outshine them or whatever. I think there was a lot of stuff they were trying to rewrite, with Kiadi Mundi. All of a sudden they're showing the Jedi, they're basically lying about stuff. I think it painted it, kind of in a bad light.
They only added that
So-
stuff in for Star Wars
think-
fans. That's it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Star Wars fans, there was no reason to add Kiadi Mundi to that at all. He brought nothing, but by adding him to it, it just fucked everything up.
Yeah, it makes you, and same with like the Yoda thing at the very end. Like,
Yeah.
how much of this nonsense was he privy to? How much
What?
do you know? 'Cause
Yoda's
that
in
kind of
it?
sheds a bad
You
light.
ruined it. I haven't seen the end.
Exactly.
It kind of sheds a bad light on the Jedi that we've spent all this time loving the good guys.
I mean,
and
I
now
don't-
that it brings into question, like, were they actually good guys, or were they in on some of this bad shit? Like, was Palpatine maybe right? And I feel like those are questions that we don't want or need introduced.
Those
into
are
the
good
narrative.
ideas, and I really like those ideas about how the Jedi steals young and they're not allowed to see their parents.
Yeah,
and shit.
and
Those are
that's
good
a-
ideas.
No, definitely. Like I said, there were some things in it that I think they could have been heading in the right direction, just weren't handled right. But like I said, overall, just the whole feel of it, I didn't like. Like I said, you can forget all, don't talk about all the woke stuff, whatever. That wasn't it.
Yeah,
There was
I think when this show was first came out, I immediately had been already hearing about, it's woke, the gay relationships, the all this, that, and the other thing, the witches, it's all woke, and I think that left left with a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths about watching it. And then I'm guilty of it too. I saw those reviews and those opinions. It's like, fuck this, I'm not going to watch it. And then I watched it and I was like, I don't know. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's not the greatest Star Wars story that I've ever seen. But I thought the lightsaber battles were, pretty solid. I thought the big battle on the Wookiees planet there, where the stranger fucking just wholesale kills everybody. I thought that was a really good lightsaber
Kills
fight.
all
And
the
Yeah.
Jedi, which is great. Like the
I-
two good things about this show is Manny Jacinto playing the stranger. He's really good. And then also Daphne Keane as her
Yes, she
Jedi.
was great.
Yeah, she was good too.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't total shit. There were some good parts about it. Lightsaber scenes are always good. That's what Star Wars fans want to see. They want to see that kind of shit. Just like a lot of people didn't like, Andor. Wasn't fond of the first season. I thought the second season was way better, but it's not what I think of when I think of Star Wars. Andor could have been set in any, realm, whatever you want to call it, and worked. It was good. It was well written, I think, especially season 2, but it didn't have the Star Wars feel to me.
You see, I think my personal take on it is I like the shows that are just stories taking place in the world of Star Wars, because especially if you read the comics or read the books or any of the, the stuff that's not the movies, there's characters that don't even know about the war. They don't know the ins and outs. They don't know anything about Palpatine. They don't know who even know Darth Vader is. So it stands to reason that this galaxy that's so big could have all these stories going on that are not tied directly to the main story. So like shows like the Skeleton Crew, it's like a different genre of movie that's taking place in the Star Wars world, and I like that. It's like watching the
Oh,
Goonies.
I do think, like, in the Star Wars world, a Jedi should be rare, man. Like a Jedi, like coming into like the story should be rare unless it's about the Jedi, and that should be the main storylines and movies and whatever else. But everything else, like like the Mandalorian is stylized. It's that old Western stylized, which really does work for the franchise. Whether it's certain bad episodes or good episodes, it does work. Especially with the music that they coined for the Mandalorian, it's just really good. Same thing with Boba Fett. Like the music really worked. The Boba Fett character and what they did with him didn't really work for his character.
Yeah, it seemed he waffled. That's what I felt about with I don't want Boba Fett being the old guy that's helping everybody. Like, how many people has he let in his fucking back to tank?
And I don't know why they called it the Book of Boba Fett. It's like it should be called Boba Fett Who Learned the Right Way now. Like he's on a 12-step program now. Like, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Like I always said, I thought Book of Boba Fett should have been like Star Wars Sopranos.
Should have been, yeah.
He could have been Tony Soprano, where you see like two sides of him. You see the family guy and you see the gangster, where you see the guy who's trying to do some good, but he's not taking any shit. So, I don't think there was enough. There maybe was too much balance where you see him doing some bad stuff, but a lot of good stuff. No, we needed it to be the other way.
The Power Rangers on the bikes ruined it for me.
That shit. I don't know. That's just more, added shit that didn't need to be in there. But yeah, to see him be
I hate
more
to say
ruthless.
this because it sounds horrible. It sounds terrible for me to say, but I kind of wanted my Boba Fett to be a little bit more like, I don't want to say racist, but like speciest at least. Like, this fucking guy he's like, oh, the Gamorrean pigman, go put him in my fucking back to tank. The Wookiee, the Black Chrysanthemum, he's injured.
This is a guy who has fought
I wanted
everyone.
him to be like, ew, don't put that fucking alien in my back to tank.
I don't want this fucking guy in there.
This is a guy who stands around and watches everything that happens with Imperials, with everything. He knows everything because he's a watcher. Like, how is he not opinionated on shit and is just... Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And the hard stance that he takes is against spice. Like, that's the stance that he takes. Like, motherfucker, you seem like you should be running drugs. Why are you standing against it? Like,
no, I don't know. I see that. I know. I mean,
they never showed what spice does to an individual in Star Wars, though.
Well, yeah, they're not going to do like.
No, wait, I'm trying to think.
They're going to suggest it, but I mean, I think there's scenes in like, I guess maybe it's not exactly spice, but like I think of the episode 2 where Anakin and Obi-Wan get into the bar and the guy's trying to sell, you want a death stick? I don't want any death sticks. You don't want any death sticks. Like, I think there was definitely some high drug.
Do you know what that guy's name is that tried to sell him death sticks?
I don't remember it. I've heard it before, but I don't remember it.
Evan Sleazebagano.
That sounds right. Yeah.
He makes a really good pizza, though.
Yeah. What would Danny? What do you think your galactic space pimp name would be?
Probably that. I would shit. They didn't took it. That would be Danny Space Spagano. Kind of like that. It's catchy.
He shot first, so yeah.
So I think with back to the shows, the topic of the shows, I think I can understand where like the diehard fans and the hardcore original fans, they're like, this isn't Star Wars. I don't like this. I can understand where they have the emotional attachment to what was, the nostalgia. They're emotionally
Mhm.
tied to that. So seeing anything that is not exactly what they want it to be, they're going to be
Mhm.
resistant to it. But what I don't understand is when people are just like so fucking ruthless about it. Like, oh, this is
Right.
not Star Wars because there's no Jedi. Well, I mean, I don't know. I thought Andor was a really good spy show. If you like spy
Right.
movies and spy shows, I think this is a fantastic show.
And
It happens
political.
in just replace police and corrupt government with stormtroopers and imperial
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
leaders.
that's what I was saying. You know, Andor probably could have been set in any time period, any other property, and it could have worked. Like I said, it was written good enough that you could have done it anywhere. It happened to have Star Wars elements, so I don't think there was really anything wrong with that. But
Hey, Jersey Creeps, we just did an episode on AI Star Wars. It comes out soon. Real soon. We
Yeah.
did a whole episode on AI Star Wars fan films. So I think it
Have you seen?
that
I
how
follow
you-
this page. It's like Stormtrooper daily vlogs, and it's AI, and it's Stormtroopers going about their fucking normal day, business as usual. Like they're jumping off of a fucking TIE fighter or a lander or something, and they're like, "Oh shit, I gotta go. My boss is coming," and Darth Vader's walking up behind them. I think those
yeah,
fucking things are hilarious.
Hey,
I've seen that one.
in the original trilogy, and I know that's like kind of like the more future from the prequels when they had the clones. Is there still clones left in that era,
No.
or are they all hired on?
No, they switch. It's covered in Bad Batch, where they talk about
Oh.
switching from clones to regular people.
Did not know that.
It was Tarkin who was really the driving force behind switching from clones to regular people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's still clones that survive through. I mean, I think they age a lot faster, so they're fucking ancient, old, decrepit things. Like the Battle of Lothal, Captain Rex is still around.
So if they do another Book of Boba Fett, he could meet himself somewhere.
I'm my own grandpa.
One of the one of the big fights, and I have a firm stance on this, is that Captain Rex was at the Battle of Endor. And
I've seen it with the guy with the beard. I've seen
that's Nick
the
Sant.
series
That
about
is not Captain Rex. That is Nick Sant. It has been Nick Sant for years. It's not Captain Rex. Just because there's a bearded guy in
They made a
fucking
figure
old
of him.
dude with a white beard.
yeah, and they put a beard on Captain Rex in Rebels. No, that doesn't automatically mean that's him.
But I like
He's-
the idea though, and I like that.
But
that
he could be
people-
there.
Yeah.
But that's not him. He is not the guy in the biker scout armor. No,
I think in live action, there's really only been the one, kind of teaser of a clone still, out and about, and I think it's in Obi-Wan, when he's going to try to get baby Leia after she's been kidnapped. He walks through the city and there's like a bum sitting there. He's got the clone helmet sitting
Yeah,
next
he's
to him.
the 501st guy. It's basically Tamora Morrison with the beard laying on the ground.
And that's another series that Star Wars extremists did not like, and they hated on it. But and also because he had to meet Vader again and do that battle, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense. But it was very cool, man. I loved it. I thought it was a good series. I like the Obi-Wan series.
I really liked it too. I think a lot of people were expecting it to be like an Obi-Wan and Luke thing, but it couldn't be because
Right.
Luke's relationship with Obi-Wan kind of starts at fucking in New Hope. It wouldn't have been a good story to go with he's got to go rescue Luke now, because Luke would be like in New Hope, oh hey, I remember you fucking saved me from those people that kidnapped me.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think you really needed either of the kids. I don't think you needed Luke or Leia to be
He
an
didn't,
Obi-Wan.
but the girl who played little Leia was pretty cute and pretty fun.
Yeah, she did a good
no,
job.
she
It was
did,
fun,
Oh, she did.
you know?
She did a great job. I just don't think that had to be part of the story. There's other stuff they could have done.
But they had to do politics with it and stuff like that, and lead into Andor and shit.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that tied into Andor.
It did a little bit.
I don't think it much. I don't think it was that big. I don't think you needed it.
Yeah, I just made that up, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure exactly
So-
how it did.
What would be a series, a TV series, movie series, whatever? What would be a story that you would like to see other than the Lando one that you suggested? What would be a story? It doesn't have to be existing material. It
Oh,
could
I'm
be
already
something-
big on something that they're already working on, or they're floating around ideas, and they've been doing this for a while. A Star Wars horror series, and it's, I don't know if it's zombies or whatever else, or stormtrooper. They already did the stormtrooper zombies that are in like Ahsoka, but that was
Ahsoka.
comical at best. But this is supposed to be like actual horror, or trying to be horror, but set for an audience where everyone can watch it. So it's gonna be like the Conjuring series or something stupid, but still, it's set within the Star Wars universe. Now, if you get the right director and the right storyteller to do it, I think it would be cool. I love the video games like Dead Space and stuff like that are like, horror themed but space themed. You don't have to have aliens running at you and blowing them up, but you can have it psychological, and still PG-13 or something like that, with a little bit of gore.
I think Star Wars Theory, I think is the guy that I'm thinking of. He does. He had like a comic book that he was working on. I think maybe it wasn't him. It was
No.
like Vader stumbles upon a abandoned Star Destroyer, and it's full of fucking zombie troopers, like legit zombie troopers.
No, Star Wars Theory. He did well. He did Vader: Shards of the Past. He's done with Part 2, getting ready to work on Part 3. I don't think he does comics. He just started. He just did his first AI video this week. It was funny. He put it out right after we recorded our episode about AI, Star Wars.
He's got you bugged. He's trying to compete with the best Star Wars podcast. He's got a lot of work to do.
Something I would kind of like, and it's something we talked about on that episode. I would like to see kind of a bunch of comic and books and things like that. Using AI, you could actually flush out some of those stories. Kind of put them out there, short, 5-10 minute stories where
they don't even have to be canon. It could be just like the Lando thing, telling him in the bar. It could be someone else telling the story in the bar where it's not canon. It's just what he says.
Exactly, a way to get some of that information out to other people, because there were tons of comics written, tons of stories, and I'm not going to go back and read every single comic, but there could be a story that was really good. Hey, why don't we do a couple, short episodes?
Yeah, Clone Luke, man. Clone Luke.
Yeah, something like that.
Great.
And just some short, 5-10 minute ones. Whether you're doing it you can do it in 5 parts. So it's not even an hour long. You can cover a bunch of stuff like that. That's the stuff I'd like to see. And
you can do a whole episode on the droid uprising where they go to their own bar. Like,
I'd
it's
like
entertaining.
to.
Droids are fun.
I'd like to see something like that, because, like I said, one of my favorite books were the Tales books. Like Tales of Jabba's Palace is probably my second favorite one, where it talks about Bib Fortuna surviving after the thing. It talks about the origin of the Rancor, things like that. How Jabba Hutt coming into power. Things like that. There's so many
things that put little pieces of the story back together.
Yes,
a little bit.
You can have all these little offshoots that they don't, like I said, they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be canon, but they can fill in little gaps, and I think they would be entertaining. Like I said, I saw one of the first fan films I saw that I really liked was about finding the Rancor. How where it came from, and you never even saw the Rancor in the film because it was that good.
It was in the Bad Batch though, when they rescued like the baby one.
Yeah, but this was years ago. This was probably 8 years ago when I saw this one, and it was a simple, like I said, it was a simple fan film. Probably had about 5 or 6 people in it, but it talked about how they found the Rancor. really good, and just little things like that because you have somebody who's got to train it.
Right.
Then there's, like I said, just in Jabba's palace, that was technically a monastery. So how it got taken over,
So
things
much
like
interesting
that.
shit, like the spider droids and shit.
Yeah, those are the monks.
I think in the comic books and the books, Bib Fortuna's brain was put into one of those spider
That's
droids.
literally from
And
Tales from Jabba's palace.
and the spider droids are from the monastery.
Yeah,
Like all the monastery
Yeah,
greats
they're
are
the-
their brains
they're
are
the
put in the spider
brains of
droids.
the-
yeah,
the monks.
and that's really cool. That that shit just walks around, and that's in the original fucking shit. Like the original trilogy. Like, dude, we need to elaborate
You
on
see
that.
them. You see those droids, the spider droids with the brain sacks. You see them in Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
There's no context to them. You just
We
see
don't
them
have a lot of
crawling
droids
across.
that are mixed with human parts or lifelike parts in Star Wars. That we know of, other than what's his name with all the lightsabers and shit, the smoking voice and stuff.
General Grievous.
Grievous?
General Grievous, yeah. Which is a whole nother story they can do.
Yeah. You could, like I said, you can fill in little gaps here and there. That's the stuff I would like to see.
Jersey Creeps Collectibles, he said, have they ever did a bounty hunter show? And there was a plan to do that. And I think they tried to film certain shit, and it did not happen. They never released any of it, but there was an idea to do a whole Star Wars themed show.
So-
but just doing the whole sets and
they should
everything
do
else didn't
War
work
of the
out.
Bounty Hunters.
So
But this was
comic
in the
book.
90s when they tried to
Yeah,
do it.
but
and it didn't work out.
we talked about it real quick. The whole thing with Lando, where the droid becomes part of the Millennium Falcon. That was actually a storyline in one of the books where IG-88 actually became part of the Death Star too.
Oh.
That story had been done before, yeah.
For me, I would love to see from the comic books. They had a story arc called "The Dark Droids," where it was the droid uprising. Like Fallen was saying, I would love to see that. It kind of takes place right in between. I want to say it takes place between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. So it's when Luke is out, kind of really training, because he kind of has this fucking gap where he don't know what he's doing in New Hope, and then he comes back in Empire Strikes Back and he knows what he's doing. So there's this time that passes, and he's out training with the Creel, like he fights Creel, trains lightsaber duels with Creel, who ends up being a sergeant stormtrooper. But the Dark Droid story was really good. There was the 000 matrix, personality matrix that starts taking over all of the droids. Dr. Aphra figures out how to lock down the fucking the personality matrix. I think that would be a good story because you don't really need any of the main characters. You don't need Luke, Leia, Han. You could do the story without them.
But I also think that if Disney was going to do these AIs or cartoons that are 30-minute shorts, they need to forget about their sequel trilogy and all that shit. Some of that stuff, I really want them to do the Dark Horse comic books for Star Wars and the clone Luke, where when he loses his hand, it gets taken by the Imperials, and the Emperor clones a evil Luke.
That's something I'd like to see.
Great story, man.
Kind of.
Well, the Emperor
fleshed
doesn't.
out.
Sabayoth.
Okay, yeah. But still,
also how did Maz Kanata end up with Luke's lightsaber?
they never explain it. Yeah.
That
She's
things
a
like that.
Yeah,
Just
how is it just there in her box?
Yeah,
She's
little
an E.T.
little
Indiana
things,
Jones. That's all.
Little things like that. I'd like to see. Kind of talked about where you've got. There's so many different things like that. Where. Really, where did Snoke come from? You get some bullshit throwaway line. Oh, I created him. Well, there's got to be more to it. When
Right.
did you create him? How did all of that take place?
That's a story for another time.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
yeah,
don't have
let's
time
move
to
on with
cover
the story about Mary Sue, who we don't explain nothing, but she collects junk. Here she is. Jersey Creep also asks, is it true Disney has to pay George Lucas X amount of dollars every time they name a show somebody from the original trilogy? No.
No.
It's
I don't
not true.
believe so.
They
That
made the
probably
deal
all
where
went with the sale. Yeah.
they own every single character. Like, they made sure they paid outright for this. They're still owing money.
And it's crazy because they actually paid for his sequel trilogy treatment. Like they bought it from him.
Yes,
They didn't just
he had
buy
ideas. He was
and
he
they paid for that. And that's why he was kind of surprised they didn't use it because
he was involved, and then
he
they
didn't have to give them that.
They told him to leave.
Yeah. He was
We
like I
got
said,
it,
when
bro.
When he saw like I know when he saw
We don't got it.
the movie, he was just like, what the fuck have I done?
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's not
mean-
like he was doing that great, anyways.
You know, I don't know. Would you rather have not?
Don't put the pussy on a pedestal. I mean, the George Lucas.
Yeah.
I think so. I think the sequel series, the first one, Force Awakens, was pretty good. I think it was pretty good.
It's
And then
not,
after that,
though.
it was just fucking. It was all like, what in the fuck are we doing? Nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
Actually,
It's
you're
all-
wrong, because that first movie, it's just the same old shit. The rest of the movies
thought-
are actually better
I thought
because
it
they're
was-
different.
I thought it was good. You know, like I'm of the school of thought where I'm not, I'm not an original fan. I grew up aware of Star Wars. Like my dad was big into Star Wars. He took me to see. I've told this story on the show before. He took me to see New Hope when it was on a re-release, and he had gassed me up the whole way to the movie theater. He's like, when Darth Vader comes on screen, you got to stand up in the movie theater and boo. And I remember I was the only fucking person in the theater that did it. My dad thought it was hilarious. But like that was the extent. That was the extent of my Star Wars knowledge. Like I was aware of the movies, but I wasn't like a huge fan. I wasn't obsessed with the shows. And then when Phantom Menace came out, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is great." And then that's what really got me into Star Wars. To go back, watch the original movies, watch the sequel series. So
Man, you're
the
a backwards kid. That's weird.
the original, I mean the prequel series, you know, there was a long time where everybody hated that. It was the worst thing running in Star Wars, and now we're kind of in a renaissance
It was
period where
never me. I
people
always
are
liked
warming
them.
up to it.
I always
And,
liked
you know,
the prequels.
I think given enough time, I think even with giving it enough time, I don't see the sequel series having that sort of fondness.
No.
People looking back and loving them. I don't see it happening. That's why I think the best thing Disney could do is to say these movies they stand alone on their own now. You can still enjoy them. They're still great stories.
I disagree.
if you like them.
Because we live in an age where people make YouTube videos about shit they hate. People will remember loving the shit that they hate. And they will make videos about loving the shit that they hate. And remember watching those videos about the people who hated the shit that they loved that they hated. So, dude, it's going to be a whole weird thing in the future. Dude, how people are weird about shit now, they're going to be weird
are
about
gonna
it then.
live then.
They're going to love the sequel trilogy. They're going to be all Raylos and like love the Raylo shit, you know, and like how they invented new force diodes and powers and shit. Like, they're going to love
when
it.
he went and he milked that fucking alien's big old blue titty and got the blue
They're
milk,
going
that
to love
was
it.
cinematic genius.
Because in the
Yeah.
future, nobody's going to watch movies. They're going to watch parts that set them off, like the blue milk.
TikTok form.
You know, yeah, dude, it's going to be different in the future. And all these kids who didn't grow up with that shit, but they grew up with the YouTube people talking shit about it, they're going to love that shit and then rewatch the movies and say, yeah, this was actually really great. I don't know why people hated it, because we're not going to be making movies in the future. We're going to be making a bunch of shit.
We're
They're all
gonna
gonna
be
be
making
short form.
content.
Yeah.
I think just Star Wars, just like any other fandom, you know, I think the toxicity seems to overpower the positivity a lot of the times. You know, people watching the reviews and the hatred. Oh, this is the worst thing ever. And before they even give it a chance, I think a lot of people see the reviews and they take those reviews as the gospel, and then they don't give things a chance. I like to try to watch everything that I can and view it with an open mind. The sequel series, they're not my favorites by any stretch of the imagination. I watch them. I've watched them multiple times. I'm entertained by them, but I don't find that I enjoy them as, Star Wars canon, in my opinion.
Right,
I
but
consider them like just decent shit that not even decent. They're just things that
It's not
Disney
decent.
put out. To,
but I think
to
it's fun to
collect on the
watch. Like
nostalgia.
I think it's fun to watch like wrestling when they do the whole what's her name, the bitch with the pink hair. They do her move where she dies, and they call it the Admiral whatever her name is move.
Oh, the Holdo maneuver.
Holdo maneuver. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a wrestling move that you hate, but you remember that WrestleMania episode because when Star Wars goes to the theater, it's like WrestleMania. You go see it,
Yeah.
And you remember the Holdo maneuver or whatever it is, whatever that wrestling term is.
The Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah, you remember it because it was a bad part of WrestleMania, and you're like, bro, I'm still gonna watch every WrestleMania because I got them all on VHS. I'm
Yeah.
gonna rewatch all these, and I love to critique every single match
The botch.
as a Star Wars WrestleMania fan. So you see what I'm saying here? You're still gonna remember all this shit. You're still gonna rewatch it here and there.
Oh god, I did. I just tried to rewatch The Last Jedi, and I put it on while I was doing
it's so
something,
bad.
and I'm just like, "Fuck, man!"
Dude, remember when the Stormtroopers turned red? That was cool.
The fucking part of that movie that kills me every fucking time, and it really makes me hate the fact that I'm watching it, is when they fly now. They fly now. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? This is like supposed to be a scene that's kind of intense, and you're putting this levity of like comedy,
Bro,
timing. Oh, they
when
fly
has
now.
that
Like,
not
what the fuck
happened
is
in
this?
Star Wars? That has happened in every single Star Wars action scene of all time.
But also, if you go back, okay, that's set how long? We'll call it 30 years after Return of the Jedi, but Clone Wars was set 25 years ahead of that, where Mandalorians had jetpacks.
Yeah, but
It
these
wasn't-
people know. They don't know. These are like garbage people.
Okay,
And-
but the
and,
man,
like,
okay, but
Poe-
look at
Poe
the
says
man.
that, right?
Poe and Finn, they're not fucking garbage people. Do you think that if they're gonna see Finn
No,
was in the
he's
fucking
part of
first
the
order, he didn't know that they had fucking jetpacks?
No,
Look
he
at Mandalorian.
knows.
Mandalorian is 5 years after Return of the Jedi,
But he's also in
And
on the joke. He's
they've
trying to
got-
help his friend, his gay friend, that he was supposed to be gay with originally, to be funny. Okay?
They had jetpacks in the Mandalorian, which is 5 years. So we're talking a 15-year.
So you're saying that they
time
fly
difference. Yeah,
They're
they
fine
did.
now. Yeah.
They flew then.
They flew.
I
then.
mean, yeah, because you think about the Imperial Commandos. I mean, those were the Imperial Commandos are fucking badass. I love those things. I want Black Series to make the Imperial Commando helmet. I'll
Oh,
fucking buy it.
Chisel hates you right now. You said Black Series. Stop making shit in Black Series.
I'm okay with
Well,
Black
the
Series.
Black Series, whatever. These are Black Series.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
that one. I got it up there. Yeah, I got it.
That was
I-
the only one I did not get.
I had to do a lot of fucking modifying to this thing because I got a giant fucking head.
Me too. So that will never fit in one if it fits on you. Then.
When I put it on, like the fucking top would pop off and the back would pop off of the things because my fucking head is too wide. So I had to get in there. I had to
Wow, and you're
unhook
like a
the-
normal sized dude, man.
I got a fucking big head. I do. I have to special buy my hats. I can't just go fucking buy. A
Oh,
hat
me
anywhere.
too.
I got a
Like,
big
dude,
head.
I have to get like a fitted hat that's at least 8.
Jeez.
And that's even tight, dude. Like I'm telling you.
If I'm getting like a straight build fitted head, I have to go with the 7 3/4. It's a fucking obscene.
Oh,
it's the
problems, bro.
depth of
I'm
it.
way bigger than you, dude.
Dude,
It's
when
the
I was
fucking depth of it.
when I was hella big, my hat was like a 7 7/8. It was fucking big. Now I put that
That's
thing would fall over my fucking face, but
That's the thing with these fucking. I think they're black. I think black. They're labeled as Black Series.
no, that's
Like,
Black Series.
The Moff Gideon one was no problem. That fucking. It was one piece though. I didn't have to put it together. I mean, it just.
Don't mention
Oh
one
wait,
piece.
no. I think I
The-
had to put the top on.
Dude, the Ahsoka clone trooper helmet, that thing was fucking huge. Dude, you probably could have fit that one. That thing was giant.
What are you saying, bro?
Yeah. I'm just saying it was
You got a
it was
fucking
fucking
watermelon
big.
on your neck.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, just don't carve it up, bro.
Like I have a biker scout helmet and that thing like just fits me. like almost perfect.
Bonk and bink.
I really want to buy the Death Trooper one, but after getting this one and seeing what I had to do tearing it apart to get it to fit on my fucking head, I'd almost rather have somebody that does 3D printing, like have one made.
Yo,
Yeah.
Unworthy, people don't buy helmets to wear them. They buy them to display, bro.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Mine,
You're out of your fucking mind. You think I don't wear this?
mine were all stacked up in my dining room forever.
Look at this dude.
Yeah.
Now you just need
Got a
the
microphone too.
you need the comm though.
It's got a microphone right built into it.
Oh, it does. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Voice changer.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I
The Moff Gideon one doesn't have a voice changer. But
I bought the comm at Disneyland that comes with it. So you hook it up to your phone and you can talk through it. That's cool. Hey
I love
man,
'em.
you're bleeding from the front, so you gotta tape a pad to it or something.
All right, well, let's bring this fucking giveaway hashtag up. We'll share the screen so people know. We've got the thing scrolling down at the bottom. We'll share the screen here.
The
See how many
zipper face
entries.
helmet. I don't know if
The
I'm gonna
whole
buy that
2
one.
people. The zipper face?
Yeah. The strangers helmet. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy that one. Jersey Creeps asked. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get that one.
So that the GameStop is going out of business where I'm at, and they had the closing sale. It was actually yesterday was the last day, and that's where they had the closeout sale. I only ended up paying $60 for that.
Hey,
That's
you
the
guys
reason
got to
I'm-
remember, there's 2 capital letters in this hashtag. I think that works. I don't know. Or can it all be lowercase? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it has to. You have to have the capitals the same.
All right,
Maybe
so
not.
that's why you probably only had 2 because I seen a bunch of people who just had lowercase.
No, we really just had to.
Wait, wow, dude,
Danny's
that's
like,
Star
I can't
Wars,
believe
bro.
I'm still here
That's
watching.
that's the Sith rules. They
Wait,
always
wait,
travel in 2
time out.
or whatever.
If this episode has taught me anything, is that
You don't know
one,
a damn
you
thing.
I don't know a goddamn thing about Star Wars. And when men talk about Star Wars and they know what they're talking about, you shut the fuck up. You say nothing. You be a good boy. You sit in your chair. You listen. You just don't. But and the most important thing is when you want Danny to shut the fuck up, just talk about Star Wars. I'll shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna be honest. Remember that we had the what's the gentleman's name that did the Never Hike Alone movies?
Oh, get the fuck out of here, man.
When he was on
the Jason movies?
No, man.
No.
Come on.
No, listen, shut up. Listen, this is how I was. I was just kind of a silent observer that whole episode.
Right. But you
That's
know
what I'm
about
saying.
Jason.
You're being
You know
being a silent
about Jason.
observer.
Everybody knows. Jason really doesn't have a lore though. Like it's just
He
no lore
does,
there.
but
Like,
he
it's just a
doesn't. He
state-
doesn't need one. Everyone
he does and he doesn't.
like so
Everybody
many
knows.
even kids nowadays. My daughter's
No,
never
there's-
seen a Jason movie, but she knows who he is.
I would get lost like just watching like two Star Wars movies and then trying to understand anything. So
But dude,
it's like,
what if-
but listen, I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it.
Hey, Jason was in
appreciate-
space. Jason X, man.
He
That's-
was.
That's it's close to Star Wars.
That's okay. Couples have different interests. Thanks.
Thank you, Diggs. All right, well, we got 4 entries, and so one of 4 lucky people are going to win this Blockies.
It's gonna be me.
Darth Vader Blockies. We're going to spin it. This is a birthday giveaway. Tomorrow starts. Today is All Rowdy's Eve, which means the birthday week begins tomorrow, starting with myself tomorrow, Danny on Saturday, Blitz Figs on Sunday, honorary birthday.
Roll it.
So next week we're gonna have a full-on birthday bash spectacular to close
Yes.
out the week of the Rowdy.
Yes.
So this is our little birthday gift from us to you. So all 4 of you that entered, good luck, and we're gonna go ahead and draw. See who it
Yes,
is.
sir.
It is gonna be falling, I guarantee it.
Oh God damn it. Yes.
I fucking know.
All right. Re-roll it, man. Re-roll it. I ain't winning. I don't need no blockies. Dark Victor.
Dark Victor.
Dark Victor.
Dark Victor.
Jersey Creeps and
Hey,
Collectibles.
there you go.
Message, shoot me a message on Instagram with your address. I will get this out to you on Monday. Happy birthday to you, or happy Rowdymas to you from us.
Yes, yes. Congratulations.
Yes.
Congrats,
And
D.
we've
Rotten.
reached the portion of our show, Danny, where we like to give back to the community. And I understand you have something that you would like to share.
Yeah. Real quick. Very brief. So I am going to talk about something I do know about, and we talked about horror. I'm a big horror fan. Always been a big horror fan. So let me share the screen. So at least where the fuck is it? Okay, present share. All right. So behind the scenes, I have partnered with Printed in Blood. And what is Printed in Blood? Basically, it's art books basically celebrating different artists and based on different genres. So I had partnered with them, and I've been working behind the scenes and trying to working some things out. So like coming this spring, and hopefully by late February, we're gonna have an art book coming out dedicated to toy photography, and it's Printed in Blood presents Plastic Nightmares, and so it's gonna be dope. Showcasing 15 different toy photographers. It's gonna be an awesome book. I can't wait. I've been collecting Printed in Blood books for a while already, and it's gonna be dope, man. Like I had a conversation with Steve. He's the co-owner. He's also one of the publishers there, co-publishers there, and he had his idea where he said he loves Star Wars, and he was talking about how much he loves and appreciates toy photography, and like he basically said, he gave me the keys and said, hey, I want you to find these people and let's put this book together. So it's an awesome project that I'm involved in. So this is just basically the announcement. We have a book coming out called Plastic Nightmares, and hopefully pre-orders start in February, and we're looking for this book to be released in the spring. So I am very much excited about this.
Jersey, it's not Son of 100 Maniacs. It's 10,000 Maniacs, I think. Or it's 1,000. I think you left out a 0 or 2. And that's Freddy's dad. So you got to pick one of them.
Well, that's an awesome thing, Danny. I'm in the group chat as well. I'm not participating in doing art, but I've been participating as a moderator and helping out where necessary. And it's been awesome to see the way that this is coming together and the exposure that this is going to give a lot of people doing their photography. Looking forward to it. And congratulations.
Yeah.
Has the action figure photography been dying down a bit? Like within the action figure community? Like I've seen the market like die down a bit. I mean, I haven't been doing so much, but still I've seen it die a little bit.
What I've noticed is it seems like that for a stretch of time there, it was every week you were getting more and more and more people, more and more accounts that were doing it. And lately it does seem like there's less new people joining in on it. I haven't seen it to where it died down any. I still see, pictures all day, every day. But it's always the same people these days. Maybe that's the algorithm working against the hobby. But it does seem like there's not many new people jumping onto it lately.
I think it's a lot of people selling their old collection, not doing their shit anymore, not doing the action figure photography, but still the OGs still are. So credit to those people.
I think the algorithm and IG playing it, doing a lot of changes plays a big part in it. I think those who have been doing it for a while, who kind of learned how to manage even through all the changes, those are the ones who kind of stuck around. But there are people like me and Unworthy who, again, this is just a fun hobby. But, again, we land in situations like this now, right? Where I have this opportunity that I've been given this opportunity to give exposure to other artists, right? But also have my hands in this and work on something. So again, it hopefully it brings that love and passion again with toy photography to people,
Sure.
because now it's like, again, it's your art in somebody else's hands. Somebody else is going to be able to purchase a book with your art in it, right? And again, this is something, and me and Worthy were talking about this. It's something where you kind of like set the bar, right? I want to set the bar high on this one because it opens up opportunities for more, right? Different themes, not just horror, like
not
different
just
themes.
horror.
Right. Everything else. So
I like that idea. Like I would definitely
Yeah.
like be in the market for a book like that.
yeah. So stay tuned, man. It's coming.
Yeah.
Plastic Nightmares is gonna be the first, and I think I'm hoping it does really good. I'm gonna promote the shit out of it. So yeah.
And if you're a
Awesome.
great like action figure poser and you're used to doing that kind of work, if you're looking to get rid of your figures, you sell them on eBay, but you pose them in like great
Right.
poses. Dude,
He's very high.
Your
This
figures
guy's
sell.
very proud of his poses on his eBay account.
Yes,
Yeah, he's very
dude, my
happy.
eBay account when I sell figures, they're posed well. Okay,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like if you're shopping in the market for toys, you really should just do yourself.
You
a favor
stop on
and
my figures. They might be priced higher out of your budget, but they look
make it look
fucking
good,
good.
Hey, we've done that in the store. Something doesn't sell, we take it out of the package, put it at the exact same price, but have the figure posed,
Yep.
and it'll sell within a couple days.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that happens.
Because people think, well, I can do that, and then it turns out to be some numbskull who can't pose a fucking figure
Who
for their
can't do
life, but they buy it.
And you can tune into his show on Wednesdays called The Weekly Habit.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof,
Those-
shots fired.
Those figures are already posed. They're called skybangers or
Dude,
something.
he got so mad because he was selling at the Pulga, and I came out one day and I reposed all of his figures on the table, and he's like, "God damn it, that was way better." And then he sold some of them.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, this has been a great episode. Had a lot of fun chatting with you guys. Chisel, go ahead and give everybody the rundown where they can find your show.
Anywhere podcasts are available. We even are on YouTube. That's the only one I ever look at to see how many people look at it. Amazon, iTunes, all that stuff. I don't handle that part. I let my producer handle all that. We got an Instagram that I almost never update that I need to. I'm going to start doing a bunch of shorts on there. We've been talking. We really need to pick up our social media stuff across all. I have like 4 different social media pages for all the different stuff I do. So need to really, work on that. That's my goal for this year. I got some other ones.
He
but
works
that's
on his
one of them.
money-making ones, which is for his toy shows, which are the big ones. So,
those
Those
do take up
they
more
take
of my
the
time.
cake.
So yeah, that's I do spend more time on that stuff because that's where I'm making more money. But I just want to get better across the board.
yeah, and that's true. And also check out Hoodcast AF. Hey,
Yeah.
I was
Hey,
one
That's
of
what I
my-
was about
I'm-
to say.
I'm on there too.
Tell us where we can find you, where else we can find you, Fallen, and where we can tune into your show.
Hoodcast AF is one of the original action figure podcasts, not the first, but we're out there as like one of the early starters, and we've been around forever, and we're still out there. And yeah, the show has changed, gone through like a lot of different changes from just different pop culture fucking shit that we talk about, but it's always fun and it's a great time, and it's available on any podcast network, including YouTube. So yeah, just it's easy to find Hoodcast AF, and we talk a bunch of shit. And
Yes.
Yes, it's very entertaining. My boss has become the star of the show. It seems.
he has,
Yeah.
because he sends us a lot of gifts and a lot of anyone can contact us and we'll put you on the show. So it's easy to do.
Fantastic. And Danny, as for Danny, you can find him on OnlyFans. It's www.onlyfans.com/tu papi chulo pequeño salchicha. It's all one word.
There you go.
No
Now I'll
letters.
never find it because I can't spell all those last words.
But we like to end our show every week with a quote. Fallen, Chisels, do you have any quotes, Star Wars or otherwise?
I
any
do.
quotes you would like to end the notes on?
Hey, don't get cocky, kid.
Yeah.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
Good night, beautiful.
Thank you for tuning in.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button
Click that notification bell.
for more content.